Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Whoop, 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 whoop. You already know what it is, man. We are here. We are in the building early.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Rally Radio and a place to be.
We are here early, man. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We appreciate y'all early.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the building early. We apologize for the tardiness, but you know what it is, man. It's a lot of casualties out there on the road today.
Factory,
you know?
factory.
But it is what it is, man. You know how we work, man. Shout out to everybody who tuned in, paying attention. I know y'all see the title up ahead. New Street Takeover laws and even lower speed limits.
Sheesh.
Even lower speed limits. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. If that's the case, how low can you go?
Sheesh.
And we actually warned them that it was coming.
Yeah.
New York City has officially lowered some of their speed limits to some of their streets from 25 to 20 to 10.
Forget about 15. Let's just go to 10.
Why not?
Yo, you right.
Why not? What you gonna do? Stop me? We gonna listen.
Son.
The streets are now down. Some of them are gonna be down to 20 and 10. And we got the list. 250 streets from now to September 2025. They will be lowering the speed limit. That's a lot of streets. 250.
That's a lot of streets. Huh?
Some with a bulk of them in the Bronx.
Really?
Yes.
Damn, son. The Bronx, yeah, man.
I feel sorry for the Bronx. Well, nah, let me not say that. I mean, it is what it is. The Bronx is what it is. Shout the first stop, the next stop there in the building. You know what I mean? Nah, I was foul. I didn't mean that.
But you know what though? It's not the Bronx fault, son. It's whoever's supposed to be representing the Bronx, B.
Yo, son.
They're not doing their job.
Shout to my guy Sales. He's in the building as well. He said, good morning, all. No speed limit, 10 miles an hour. Yo.
It's getting wild out here.
The speed, they talking about they're gonna have shared streets that are gonna be they're gonna be 10 miles an hour. They said regular streets, they're gonna knock them down to 20. Streets with 3 lanes or more, they're gonna have it at 25. Give me one 3-lane street in NYC. 3 lanes.
I don't know about Queens Boulevard is coming to mind.
So Queens Boulevard, they're gonna stay 25.
Okay.
But now we talking about Atlantic Avenue.
That's 3 lanes?
No.
That's 2.
That's 2.
Yeah.
Because one of them lanes is for parking.
That's
I think that might be 3.
No, I think that's 2. I think you're right though with the parking.
Merrick Boulevard is 2.
Nah, that's 1, isn't it?
It's 1 now. Could mess around and be dropped to 10 miles an hour because one lane is a bus lane.
Yeah, it's a full bus lanes, huh?
Boy, they're not playing. And let me tell you, a lot of the 10-mile-an-hour streets is in Southside. Union Hall Street, 108th to 109th. All of those back there. And that's what they doing. They going to say, yo, it's for the schools first.
Of course it is. They always gotta start with that, the fear mongering there. Yo, we got to keep the kiddies right.
Be straight lying, son.
We don't worry. We're really going to do this for the school year. Don't worry.
Then it turned into a whole nother ball game.
Son, oh man.
And this is what it is. Shout to my guy Dolph Spalding is in the building early. Shout to Sales. He said Queens Boulevard is 2 lanes. They made They made one a bike lane.
Oh.
Be prepared for that to drop down, son. Be prepared. Shout to Sales because I didn't know that.
Yeah,
they got a whole bike lane on Queens Boulevard.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all could have sworn Queens Boulevard had 3 lanes.
Shout to Sales says speed bumps popping up all over. Crazy.
Oh well, speed bumps are at least that will sort of deter you to slow down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to go Dukes of Hazzard everywhere you go.
Speed bumps slow you down, but you gotta have the signs. You gotta have the signs. Because if you just got to speed, yo, how many times you done came across a speed bump in the middle of the street that wasn't painted, no sign, no nothing? Next thing you know, you in the air, son. Oh, shoot.
Yo, you know what's funny about that too, right? You can see how somebody's suspension is holding up when they go over one of those, son. Yo, oh man, son.
Son, I done went Dukes of Hazzard a couple times. Like this, yo. And then you know the rebound when you hit the ground, the rebound, the suspension is like, yo, I wasn't expecting that. I done seen dudes whole exhaust system spark up on the ground like that. Yeah, crazy, son.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, but you know what though? I take that over speed cameras.
You right there.
I take it over speed cameras, B.
You right
That's
there.
That's a fact, huh?
Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Shout to my guy Sales, he's in the building early. Shout to Aaron Raw rocking with us. He said you need that sign, especially at night, because it gets a foot of the donkey at night.
I mean, or at least have the reflectable arrows on the ground, right? Or the little caution jump off.
So you know how many times it has had the row of tar in the middle of the street with no paint? Like, yo, cats is upside down. How fast are you going? The speed limit say it's 15 miles an hour over the speed bump. He was doing 40.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I feel like even 15 mile an hour is too fast over those though.
Your son.
That's still too fast. I probably bring down like 8, 5.5.
The only time I go over a speed bump is when I'm in the car. When I'm on my motorcycle, I just go right to.
Oh, you'll go right around it, yeah, right around.
But then you get the guy that want to park there on the edge, like you're a bozo. But it is what it is. Shout to my guy Sales, he's in the building. Shout to my guy Darth Spalding's in the building early. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Don't forget the number to call up, 516-206-0711. Look like we got some phones. We rocking today. You already know what it is. Speed limits is officially, they've started. And we're going to get into it. Sammy's Law. For those that haven't been rocking with Rally Radio and you've been under a rock.
Extra rock. That's about the rock that don't move.
The rock that don't move. If you can smell what the rock is cooking.
Man.
They wilding out here. They wilding. We talked about it already. They passed Sammy's Law, which now gives the city the right to lower speeds on streets with 1 lane or 2 lanes from 25 to 20, possibly 10 miles an hour. When I say possibly, I mean soon, because the New York City Department of Transportation has officially released a statement saying what streets they changing, when they changing them, and what the speed limit. They call it shared streets.
Shared streets.
When I was a kid, they told you to stay on the curb if you wasn't crossing.
No, absolutely. See, whatever happened to that?
No, son, they don't teach these kids safety.
Now you know what it is? They just trying to delete the cars, delete the SUVs. They just trying to delete them all, son. That's all it come down to, because at the end of the day, what happened to the safety? Yo, fam, pay attention. Look both ways. Take the AirPods out your joint. Lift your head up.
Take the AirPods out. Y'all don't understand, man.
Son, yo.
Everybody know that I'm Clark Kent during the day. Everybody knows my job and what I do during the day. And let me tell you, them AirPods are the devil.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody say, son. Them AirPods is the devil.
Son.
You know how many people I see like this? Look. They be on there like this. They be with headphones on. They be like this. Look, I be like, yo, you know the 3 train ain't running. They be like,
yo, shut up, son.
Yo, the 3 train ain't running. Yo, the 3 train ain't running.
You can't even busy you.
They ain't even seeing you, God. So I can only imagine.
Yo, he got busy every time you said a different word. Okay, different tune. Yo, that's wild, kid. Man.
I'm like, fam, hello. And then look. And then when you do one of these, look, you be like, yo.
Yeah.
Like, yo, fam. Yo, don't touch me. All right. Now they go down there. Yo, the 3 train ain't running.
Son.
Bozo, son.
Nah, that would grind my gears right there, son. No way, son.
Yo, son, trust me when I tell you. And this is why I say at the end of the day, a lot of that non-focus stuff is going on a lot. And the more that they putting out stuff to take your focus, it's one of the writing laws. I said they create the problem and then they fix the problem.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. My guy Marlon, resident Toyota guy, is in the building early. Don't forget, drop your name, drop a comment so we can shout you out. My guy Aaron Raw is here. Everybody seeing like they tuned in early. That's what I like. Don't forget, you can find us on YouTube at Gutter Ball Rally. If you're not looking at us on YouTube already, you can find us on Twitter or X, formerly known as Twitter, at Gutter Ball Rally.
Yeah.
At oh man, do you GBR?
Let's go.
That's crazy. But you already know what it is, man. Shout to Erica Marie. She in the building early.
That's
what I'm talking about. She know what I'm talking about. Shout to my guy Seneca. He's in the building early. They both know what I'm talking about. When you try to tell somebody, be like, yo, son, listen. Yo, the train ain't running. Them earbuds, they be like this. You be like, yo, son, yo, the train. And then you be like, yo. You tap them. Yo, don't touch me, man. Serious, kid. At the end of the day, a lot of people are not paying attention. And this is one of the things we're talking about today. First off, we got new street takeover laws, and we're going to get into that.
Oh, yeah.
It's the speed limit I'm talking about right now. You might as well hang up the keys and take the bus. Get yourself a little electric scooter. Oh, no, don't say that. They cracking down on them, too. Get yourself a little electric scooter to get around. Put the beamers up. Erica, put the beamers up. Seneca.
Put the beamers up.
At the end of the day, yo, I could get it. Yo, listen, I'm not the lightest on my feet, dog. I'm going to keep it a buck. Yeah. I'm not the lightest on my feet, and I can move 10 miles an hour if I had to, son.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Shout to Erica Murray. She said, shut up. It is what it is, kid. Put the beamers down. Man. Put your car keys down, son. Take the train. I'm telling you, they are funneling everybody into the subway system.
They are.
And boy.
Think it's going to work?
Honest opinion, yeah. It don't got no choice. It don't got no choice, kid. It's going to work, bro.
Because what's going to happen is now it's going to create more traffic.
It's going to create more traffic. Yo,
so people going to get so fed up, like, you know what? Getting on the train.
Yo, son.
Taking the bus.
You think congestion pricing is only for cars? That's for people, too. Oh, you walking? Oh, good. Take the train. Take the bus. Oh, they want to create more foot traffic. They not stupid. They hustling. Shout to Seneca. He said they need the ticket walking and crossing the street. They do. Oh, texting. They need the ticket texting and walk across the street. They actually call it, well, no, this is actually crazy, but they call it jaywalking.
Yeah, I was about to say that. What happened to jaywalking, son?
Jaywalking. I love the way that sounds. That's my new name. A.K. the bearded one, a.k.a. the jaywalker. Let's get it.
That's a good one, son. That's a good. I might have to steal that, son.
Yo, bearded one, a.k.a. Yo, my new name is the jaywalker. That's it.
That's a good one. That's classic right there. That's classic.
Yo, I am the habitual jaywalker.
But yo, you own to something though.
Yeah.
Like, how do they make that a problem? Like, yo, you can't jaywalk. But they over here, you could text, you could do whatever you want while crossing the street, and that's not a problem.
Yo, because they don't care, son.
Nah, son, they really just trying to get the motorists up out of here, son.
Son,
get them out of here.
Don't forget, subscribe to the YouTube if you can, because me and S.I Shawn over here, we're going to be doing a video on what it looks like to drive 10 miles an hour in the city. We're going to be editing that soon. We want you to, what does it look like to drive 10 miles an hour in the city? Yeah, we doing it. Damn, I wonder if we get pulled over.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to wait and see.
Damn,
don't forget, 10 miles an hour. Yo, this is hilarious, kid. In what city? We're going to be doing it in New York City. I'm going to, the bearded one, a.k.a. the jaywalker. I'm jaywalking right in front of Peas. Like this.
He's jaywalking right in front of Peas.
Headphones on.
Yeah, they gonna pay you no mind, son. Everything at one time.
Ain't nobody paying attention.
Yo, back out the iPad too at the same time. I'm telling you, son, it can get funky, son. They can be like, yo, nah, let him go. He's good.
Let him go. He's fine. But you got to see them though. Damn. And see, that's what I mean. They put out a lot of different street, like a lot of people don't know this. But if you pull up to an intersection with a stop sign and somebody looks like they're about to cross the street, you have to stop and wait until they get to the other, get across the street all the way before you go. Did you know that?
Yeah, that is a thing.
You getting smoked with a ticket.
Damn.
They see you, yo, what are you doing? I'm like, fam.
If you even think about releasing that brake or dropping it back in first, it's over.
Yo, meanwhile, I'm like, if you crossing the street in front of my car, you better be knees to chest, homie. Move it. Move. You know, knees to chest. That's the only way this is working. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. How could you lower the speed limits any lower? 10? What's next? 5?
Yo, son, what's
with
next?
a 10-mile-an-hour grace period.
Damn, I think what's next? See, they gonna skip right over 5 and just say, yo, park the whips.
Park the whip.
For real. Think about it, B. Yo, you can no longer drive this here. They don't even gotta go full EV, y'all. They don't even have to go there.
Nah, son.
Son.
Your EV is your feet.
Damn.
Your EV is gonna be your feet.
Son, carbon footprint is beyond 0 at that point.
It's just gonna be footprint. Carbon footprint, just footprint.
Yo.
Shout out to Aaron Roy. He said, I'm with you on that, Seneca. Dummies walking around texting. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. And shout out to Sales. He said, and don't blow your horn. It's $350.
What?
Sorry, Sales. It's more than that now.
Oh.
Because if them exhaust cameras catch you, because they do pick up horns, you're looking at $1,000. See, here we go. You didn't think that was just for them exhausts. That's for you honkers too. You out there honking horns? Yeah, they got you, fam.
Yo, B, that's everything noise related at this point, son. If it could produce any amount of noise, it's on. It's on. That's it.
Son, we went from the city that never sleeps.
Ooh, to the city that sleeps all day.
To the city, to the city that sleeps all day.
Yo. So I go back and I'm asking everybody this question, Beta on you too. So do you think the original, like the residents of New York who was around for the city that never sleeps, that was all for the noise, trains rolling past the windows, shaking the China,
Hill Street Blues?
you think those people are still around? You think those are the ones that's like, yo, nah, we can't do this no more?
Nah, they out of here.
Damn.
Them people left. They don't look. You know how? Shout out to my guy Kai, man. My homeboy Kai say this all the time. Yo, you can't replicate what we did, man. We did that. Now we out. That's it. They made their money. Wall Street was crazy. Times Square was crazy. They made their money on the cars. Had all kind of crazy stuff going on Times Square. People urinating in corners and prostitution was going on crazy. It's clean now. It ain't the same. Now you got vibrant. That's
the New York I missed.
You got migrants and vagrants outside. Be careful. Got Venezuelan gangs taking over now. They coming out with the burners on EV motorcycles. Yo, where your bread at? They not even saying give it up in English.
Yeah.
You don't even yo, what do you want? They saying it to you in Spanish. Oh no. Take it. New York is wild. And now we're gonna lower the speed limits.
I'm telling you, so this remind me of San Andreas on Grove Street. You remember Grand Theft, son? Just like that.
Yo, shout to Miller Time. He said, shout to Seneca. He said, I just bought a train horn for the V, plus some camera counter. Yo, my guy. That's what I'm talking about, too. It is what it is. Shout to Miller, man. Miller Time NYC is in the building early. Shout to my guy, Seneca. Shout to Erica Maurice, he's in the building.
Let's go.
Everybody tuned in early. You already know what it is, man. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share. Let them know on Saturdays, 12 noon, you got 2 guys that's out here trying to give y'all the real. But in the meantime, we want everybody to keep this in mind. The speed limit will be going down. Now, we're going to talk about this more during the course of the show. The thing is that we got to keep in mind, right, is that they're saying that they're doing this for safety and kid safety. They said if we could slow the cars down just a couple miles an hour, that it would make the place safe.
Yeah.
You know what would make this place safe?
What's that?
Lock the criminals up with the burners. That would make... I think more people lose their lives to gun violence in NYC than it is car accidents.
But they're not going to tell you that, though.
They won't tell you.
They won't ever do that because they know they got the numbers.
Let's go. Shout to Clarence Alexander on the check-in. Let's go. You already know what it is, man. They're not going to say that.
Nah, B, why would they?
You know why they won't say it?
No.
Because it's, how they say? It's true. They don't care, son.
Nah, they don't, man. They just out here trying to just dig in your pockets, let you run around this wild place, and allow you to believe that autos is the biggest problem we have.
See, that's the funny part.
I'm telling you, son.
And now let's talk. Listen. You know we hate to intertwine politics and what we do, but every now and again before we start the show to really jump off, we're gonna talk about politics a little bit. It is what it is. Now all of a sudden it looks like our budget is right. Yo, we found money to open the library on Sundays.
How?
Fam, what happened? Just a little while ago was doom and gloom, son. It was looking like we're going to have to jump off the cliff. You're going to have to Thanos the city. 50% of y'all got to go.
They ain't no stitch.
We got to snap. 50% of y'all got to go. Shout the Seneca. He said, meanwhile, Valley Stream in Nassau is 30 and 40. Can we clap it up for real speed limits right here?
And quite frankly, that's too slow anyway. You know what I'm saying? Still.
I get on a residential street.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Listen, you know I did some homework, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you know I go checking around. The second lowest speed limit now is in Maryland. There's a strip that you take headed towards Baltimore is 15 miles an hour. And the police, if you remember, did you go with us that? We did a rally over there. We went through there.
You talking about the Run to the Sun?
Yeah, no, not Run to the Sun. We this is before we was headed all the way down south. Yeah, Run to the Sun.
Yeah.
So when we did that run, there was a 15-mile-an-hour strip by Tyson Chicken. You remember that? That's hilarious. That I remember.
That's hilarious.
That.
No, I don't remember that.
Tyson
right
Chicken. They wilding too. But as we drive in the strip, they had 7 and 8 police cars out there waiting.
I remember that.
You remember that,
yeah,
right?
I remember that. Yeah, I remember it was the S2000. I got pulled over or something like that.
Wow, yo.
It was an S2000. There was a couple other cars on the strip too.
Shout to Clarence. He said US 13. He know that road well.
Man.
We went down there. They had 7 and 8 cops sitting on waiting for you to go over 15 miles an hour. If you go over 15, you do 16, you're getting pulled over, son. That is the lowest speed limit in the United States outside of like San Francisco, where they want you to do 10 miles an hour, but that's because of the turns and it's downhill. New York City is officially turning shared streets and for what is, and a lot of people don't know what that means. That means streets where there's people and cars. I thought they all was shared streets.
Yo, son, this is what I'm saying. First of all, what happened to sidewalks?
Oh,
where's the sidewalks at?
Nobody uses them. Nobody uses them.
Yeah, you know what I thought was wild? When you could no longer drive through Times Square.
And they not joking.
Son, I thought that was son.
So it's funny that you say that because now they got something coming up, and everybody who's in the car community knows called Sevens Day. Mm-hmm. For those that don't know, Sevens Day is a day where they get every RX-7 in New York City and they drive
factory.
It's been looked at. It's been looked at by Super Street Magazine, Larry Chen, you name it. They've had all different kind of photographers and people covering this event. I want to see how this event goes this time around this year. And the reason I say that is because if they drive through Times Square now the cops could just walk right out to the street.
For sure. Don't
go through there with your exhaust, with your rotary engines going blip, 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 blip. The last time I went, there was a guy with a rotary, and I loved it personally. My wife went with me. Shout out to my wife.
Yeah.
We was out there. I was like, yo, listen, can you tape while I drive? Yo, this guy's he had the first gen RX-7. Yo, and when I say his car it was loud. Oh, and it wasn't boost, it was just straight NA
rotary.
Kid. The exhaust tickets is gonna be crazy. They're gonna have to avoid that area.
Yeah, you know what's funny you say that, right? Because I'm driving on that LIE towards Long Island City yesterday, right? Mm-hmm. So somebody come on the highway with a bug-eyed STI WRX, right?
Okay.
Loud. I'm like, yo, he can't be worried about no exhaust tickets.
He's not.
This thing, I'm telling you, son, the car, he's in like second gear, probably rolling like we was going pretty slow. We was going maybe like 45. Mm-hmm. Loud, son.
Wow.
Extra loud. That just made me think like, yo, he ain't too worried about no exhaust tickets, B.
He could care less.
Absolutely, son.
But I find it crazy that at the end of the day, it's like you don't know where the cameras are. Good luck with that. We're talking $800 to $1,000 for your first fine. Another $1,000 on top of that for the next one. And you trying to tell me it's not an onslaught on cars? Seriously. Yeah. You trying to tell me it's not an onslaught on cars?
On motorists.
On motorists in general?
Absolutely, son.
Yo, did you see the new bus lane cameras are now issuing parking tickets?
No, they not.
Yes, we talked about that. Now they making it happen now. So now if they drive down the bus lane and they see and what they want them to do, they want them to start pairing up the side blocks and giving people parking tickets. I'm telling you, it's a hustle.
Yo,
it's a hustle. Any given Sunday, bro.
Factory.
Any given Sunday, they on it. Any given Sunday. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We appreciate everybody who tuned in. Shout to y'all, man. We appreciate y'all early. Don't forget, you know where to find us, man. Rally Radio. You can find us on YouTube at Gutterball Rally, Facebook at Gutterball Rally, and you can also find us on Bars and Hoops Radio.
Let's
app.
go.
If you download the app, it is there. We are here 12 noon on Saturdays. Let them know. But with that being said, we're going to jump right into the show. We got a lot of show for y'all today. Aston Martin comes out with another car that, quite frankly, is one of the nastiest cars I've ever seen. It is not ugly, but I don't mean ugly when I say nasty, though. Ridiculous. Yeah. They still making monsters over there. Crazy.
6 speed or they dial it back.
Matter of fact, don't give me the line. We're going to read the specs today.
Yeah.
We also going to talk. It's a couple other things we're going to be talking about. It looks like we got a couple issues as far as these EVs are concerned, or at least not us.
Yeah.
Them EVs. Fisker tanked, bankrupt. But we got a lot of things going on. Shout out to my guy, Mr. 2J. Looks like the phones are working, my brother. Give us a call, man. It is what it is. We're going to try to, hopefully they running today. We checked them out. So with that being said, we're going to jump right over here to SI Shawn for the recap.
Let's go.
You got any shout outs you want to give, my dude?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to everybody who's been rocking with us, showing the love. We really appreciate that here on Rally Radio.
Let's
go. Not for nothing, man. Take it easy out there. Get out the way. Stay out the way. Sit, man. And not for nothing. With all that being said, enjoy your vehicles, though. Don't let them stop you, though. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them take your joy away.
Because they want to.
Yeah, of course they do.
They want to.
Of course.
So with that being said, we're going to set it off right now, y'all. Here we go. Now, if you tuned in last week, got a couple things we wanted to remind you of. We got a recap. Shout out to my guy, S.I Shawn. What you got for him, kid?
Yo, so one of the recaps from last week, if you so happen to forgot to tune in, or you just had a wild week and you forgot what we talked about.
Let's go.
One of the things is, in Australia, if they catch you speeding, they could take your V and sell it. Are you kidding me, son?
That's wild. Take your car and sell it.
Take your car and sell it. You can't buy it back. They just taking it from you.
Wow.
Remind me never to go to Australia if I plan on driving.
That shout to S.I Shawn. That was actually Austria.
Pardon me, Austria. Let's go.
So Austria,
yeah, that was Austria. Yeah.
The only thing I could think of from Austria is Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's the only thing I could think of from Austria. I know where it's at.
These are the only thing.
I don't even know if they produce any kind of super. I know they were Germany a little bit.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, man, whatever they taking don't need to be on the road. No way. Continue.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
What else?
Another good one for those out there who need to learn a little bit more with the driving. And no shots at nobody in particular. But if y'all forgot what last week was, what do you rate your driving skills? Right? So I'm gonna give you 2 things I need to, pay attention to. Your hand position on the steering wheel and eye contact. Wherever you're looking, that's where you're probably gonna end up. So you gotta keep that in mind. Definitely keep that in mind. Another one from last week, right? Or from the other week that I just gotta bring up again because it's kind of a terrible thing. The GTR is gone. Skyline is gone, y'all. If y'all forgot, it's gone.
The Skyline is gone.
The Skyline is out the door, man. Not for nothing, though. They do got 2 crazy editions out there for you to tackle me in the Millennium J Green. Then they got the Midnight Purple. So if you're in the market for one, go snag one. Make it happen. And another one that we forgot to talk about last week, but I thought was pretty wild.
Crazy.
This massive cyber attack on a CDJ.
And we didn't really get into that.
No, we didn't, but it's so crazy because it's affecting where I'm at because they can't repair the trucks. They can't get no parts. So they coming in, they like, yo, S.I Shawn with the parts. I'm like, yo, ask a cyber hacker. I don't know.
Yo, and you know how much they want?
So they want 10 million, B.
Nah, they want 15. They
upped it. They upped it on them, y'all. Yo, it's so bad because whoever uses that network, they can't repair it. They can't repair vehicles. They can't sell you nothing. It's bad. It's nasty work out there, y'all. Telling you, man, we rely too much on this tech, and this is what's gonna happen. You think they're gonna stop here?
Nope.
Yeah, once they cough up that dough,
give me more.
Telling you, or better yet, we're gonna let y'all rock for a month, and then we're gonna hit the cell phone.
Yo, we're gonna hit the Teslas.
We're gonna hit the Teslas, yo.
Y'all want to laugh, right?
Make me laugh.
Y'all want to laugh? Because I got to give my little giggle on when I hear that because the dealers has been shaking people down for the past couple years. It's been a shakedown over there. They've been like this. They've scamdemic and they've been running the show.
Yo.
So now, with that being said, when y'all talk to them hackers,
yo,
you better cough it up.
But you know it's wicked though, right?
Go ahead.
Think about it, right? So they got a chokehold on the trucking industry right now, right?
Wilding,
right? Mm-hmm. Can't get no food in. Or you gotta slow down. It get wild. You gotta think about it, y'all. It get wild now. What happens?
Mad Max Beyond Thunder.
Son, this is what I'm saying. Like, we gotta pay attention. We gotta think about this for a minute.
Listen,
come on, son. Fuel. How you gonna get fuel?
What are they gonna do? Listen, we pay our taxes, yo. Y'all not ready for this? Yo, this is crazy, son.
Yo, where's the money at? Yo, give them whatever they want. So we pay the taxes, B. I'm telling you, it's crazy out here, man. But not for nothing. Yo, man. You know what? They had this coming for a while, though. I'm sure of it. Huh?
Of course.
I'm sure of it, B. I'm sure.
Somebody done got the you know how that goes. So you sitting there at your regular eat your desk, and you get the email saying, "Yo, we gonna sell you a car for $5." You click the link. You see the skull and crossbones, like they got you. They in the system, son.
Yo, that was funny.
You in the system.
It's a wrap, B. It's a wrap, man. Not for nothing. Hope y'all enjoyed that recap, because I sure did.
Let's go. You already know what it is. So with that being said, we're going to jump right into it, man. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention early. We are still here. We are in the building. With that being said, let's get into the show. You ready?
Factory.
Let's get it.
Weekly Specs. Auto news for all the listeners, only on Rally Radio.
All right, you already know what it is, man. We are here. We are in the building early. Shout out to everybody tuned in, paying attention. You know how we get down.
Yep.
So with that being said, go ahead. What you got?
I gotta ask you though, before we really get started.
Let's go.
What's the wildest car you seen this week? I'm talking about rather was like one of the nicest ones, one of the most trash bucket joints.
Oh man.
What did you see? Starting with the nicest one.
Now, my problem is that the closest I come to a lot of different cars is on the street, because I don't drive during the week.
Factory.
Right? Now, but the nicest car I seen this week, I actually saw a GR Corolla in the wild.
Really?
That was actually cool. And you know what else I would say about the GR Corolla? It is. You would not notice it.
How? It got the wide hips?
Ooh, boy. He like wide hips, y'all.
Yeah, he's a wide.
But the thing is, it's not really is wide, but it's like you won't really notice it, bro.
I mean, well, I think you won't notice the car if you get it like in black or white. Absolutely not. I seen a few of them. I'm like, yo, you like you said, you can't really tell.
This one was burgundy.
What? Oh man,
it was a beautiful car
with the carbon roof.
No
carbon
roof though.
Ain't that the circuit edition?
No, yeah, that's the Monza
edition. Yeah.
But I will say that was one of the greatest cars I seen this week. Now, one of the hooptiest. Yeah. Oh man, y'all ready for this?
What's that?
I saw a Q45 hooped out.
Damn.
Duke must have been living in it. Right over there on Livingston Street, he had to be living in it. Had his whole lifestyle in the back, suspension busted, the front of the car sitting up like this, crazy. Tan leather, dogged out. It was like that. You remember that like bluish green? Thing? Yo, that, and I was mad as I looked at it, because I said, look at this.
You said M45? Q45.
Oh, well, yeah, Q45. It wasn't an M. You know, it was the body before.
Yeah.
That bubble. Yeah. Yo, I'm gonna tell you, kid, you can see he had it. It was his last resort. Yo, he climbing in there. The driver's seat was all popped up, all that crazy, man. But it still ran. Yo, he drove that thing up the block, the exhaust scraping, all that. It still ran. Shout to infinity, man.
Yo, son.
It still ran.
That's reckless.
Yo, it started it up. It said, he drove off, scraping, scared. And it didn't matter, son. He had it loaded down like a truck, like he was using it to make. He was like using it to pick up like aluminum and can. Yo, it was crazy. That had to be the worst. What you saw this week?
Damn. So we're gonna start with the illest joint I seen this week. And it's my first time ever seeing this. Let me know if you ever seen one. 2024 Maserati MC20. You ever seen one of those, huh?
Yes.
The exotic looking one, the one with the crazy, got like a Enzo body on it.
Yeah, the cheapest, most expensive sport.
No, son, them joints is this one.
Nah, that one is
This
expensive.
is like the supercar version.
Yeah.
Twin turbo 6. But again, can we call that exotic? Is that power plant exotic? I don't know. It's tough. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's partially hybrid.
Yes.
Yeah. Seen an orange one. It was yesterday. Orange one, son.
Orange.
I ain't gonna front. It looked it wild. I'm not gonna front. Definitely looked it wild, son. And it's definitely a Ferrari competitor too, if y'all ain't know. Yeah. Now for the most bucket.
Ferrari competitor.
It is.
It's harsh words.
I don't know, man. I don't know. The wildest, as far as the most bucket vehicle ever seen this week was a 04 Chevy Trailblazer, right?
04 Chevy Trailblazer.
Towing a mobile home. Suspension was all discombobulated. It was terrible. It was actually nasty work. I was like, yo, hold on, son. Meanwhile, the mobile home needed work. It was bad. I was looking like, damn, man. That's wicked, yo. Where they going?
He said, where they going?
Because it looked like they're not gonna get no more than maybe like 5 miles, and I was concerned. I was like, yo, no, this is a hazard.
He said I was concerned.
It's a hazard now. Just imagine, right? That hitch break apart. Bow. Mobile home in the middle of the highway now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That was pretty wild to me. Hope they got where they was going.
Shout to Marlon.
Let's go.
Wow. Is that today? Shout to Marlon, man. Not to cut you off.
It's okay.
Marlon said got a Northeast Super Dyno event to go to in Jersey City.
Man.
Wow, but I really don't want to drive the crest of the Super through the Holland Tunnel because not sure if there is an exhaust camera at the tunnel. I think there is.
Yeah.
I think they're definitely downtown.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't they be, right?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
I'm almost sold that. And remember, it's not only that it's $800.
Yeah.
They look at where you got your inspection from.
Oh no.
And they also go after them. And the next time is double. So if you get caught again, it's like $2,000.
Yeah, son.
You can't be serious. I know 800 is a lot. And you know what's crazy? You can't get out of here unless you drive through the city. Damn. Only way you can get out of here is if you either take the Verrazano.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm really trying to the Verrazano.
Yeah.
And you got all the tunnels that you need. Yo, this is crazy. That's crazy. Shout to Marlon. I don't know. Look, stay out of boost.
Yep.
Stay out of boost. That's the best thing I could say.
You know what, man? Not for nothing. Cut the exhaust in half and put a stocky boy back on there, son. Call it a day, son.
Yo,
sit.
It's funny you say that.
Sit.
So everybody knows that I'm working on my Type R. We got some videos coming up for that. But I've really been holding off because Honda has had a recall on the fuel pump.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to get my recall done before I do anything to the car because I don't want them to tell me, oh, your fuel pump went because you put X, Y, and Z on the car. No, I'm not doing that. So we're going to get that done first. They stalling on the parts. They starting on the disco beat. And I can only imagine with these dealer issues now, that they like, we really don't have the parts. They lying, right? But
that's crazy.
So I bought an exhaust for my car.
Yeah.
Right? 3-inch exhaust, right?
Is it like a torn exhaust? Because like it's different like exhaust for different type of sound pitches and all that.
Well, mine's is not a touring exhaust.
So yours like full race.
No, it's not full race. Well, it's skunk too. It's not full race.
Yeah.
But it's 3-inch mega pause. It's crazy. 3-inch mega pipe.
Oh no, not the mega pipe.
But in the meantime, right? I bought baffles. Right? I said, you know what? They sell the baffles on Skunk 2's website. I said, let me buy the baffles for the exhaust because you never know, right?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm glad I bought them. You know why? Because everywhere in the country right now, them baffles are sold out.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. Sold out. I went to Skunk 2 website. I went to JHP USA website. I went to so many different websites looking for like the Skunk 2 baffles. I bought 2 of them because it shrinks it brings my exhaust count from 3 to 2, the canisters. I got 2. And it's a good thing I did because them baffles are sold out. And this is why. I'm telling you. I said, I might as well do it. Because at the end of the day, what am I looking at, bro?
Come on, bro. It's crazy out here. Shout out to him. He said this today. They holding a private event for members only to avoid all the dumbish. I hear that, man. More meats on the ground. Pause.
Sheesh.
That was crazy.
Yo, the vernacular right now,
Vernacular.
son, is really like it's hitting a vernacular thermometer for it's like it's getting
Yo.
wild. It's getting wild.
Shout out to Miller Time. He said, hey, SI, the way you drove that car during school. He said the way I drove the car during school car. Yeah, I did. I was wild. I had my CRX straight exhaust to the left.
I'm telling you, man. But you know what?
Seneca says selling baffles for triple.
Crazy,
yeah, that's a fact.
son.
You couldn't do that, son. It's crazy out here. But with that being said,
Is it worth it?
what?
Is it still like
The baffles actually just here's something that I realized after turbocharging my CRX, right?
Mm-hmm.
When my CRX wasn't turbocharged, it was loud.
Yeah.
It was loud, kid. Bah, everywhere you go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I turbocharged it was quiet.
Yeah.
The only time it was loud was when you dumped it.
Mm-hmm.
When you throttle it. It was loud. Now, I had baffles on my CRX then.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't that it killed the power in me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that it really did eliminate the noise.
Mm.
It really did. Like, not eliminate it. Let me not say that.
It reduced it.
Reduced it a lot. But it didn't matter. You know why? Because at that time, the police was just looking at your exhaust. Oh, you got a loud exhaust. They didn't stick around to start it up, and this is why cats was bouncing on the police. Not me, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. I said, let me get the baffles. So I said, let's see how it work out. But we're gonna try all of that, son. 10 miles an hour. We're gonna show y'all, man. To live in New York City now is like living in Thailand or some of these other places that really want to outlaw cars and outlaw modification.
Damn, son.
But with that being said, we're gonna jump right into this again. You ready to do it?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Weekly specs. Auto news for all the listeners, only on Rally Radio.
All right, y'all know how we get down, man. We jumping right in. Speed limit change in NYC to officially start. Now, for those that see the title, I know you see what's going on up ahead. We wanted to talk about it. Even lower speed limits today. Even lower speed limits. New York City been trying to do this for a little while. It went from 35 to 25. They feel like they wasn't making enough bread on the 25.
Nope.
Now they're going down to 20 and 10. And if you're trying to tell me it's not a money grab, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you with lights that collects money every day. I swear to God. But with that being said,
with lights.
With that being said, we're going to jump right into this. Check this out, y'all. New York City Department of Transportation Commissioner Yanis Rodriguez today announced that the agency will reduce speed limits in select areas following enactment of Sammy's Law. Now, for those that don't know what Sammy's Law is, Sammy's Law was introduced to New York City following Sammy. He was a young kid. He was actually hit by a car. He died. His mother would not rest until she passed this law. Now, the law itself is that they want to they want to give New York City the control over the speed limit in wherever they want. The governor had to relinquish control to the city. She did it. Not a problem. Here, take control of the speed limit. So now they're gonna run with it because they're gonna use to make money. They said congestion pricing ain't on. This is your congestion pricing. This is your congestion. But let's get to it. Let's jump into it a little bit. Speed limit reductions will target select schools, open streets, shared streets, and other areas, as well as regional slow zones in each borough. Past this legislative session in Albany, Sammy's Law gives the city of New York the authority to reduce speed limits to 20 miles an hour on individual streets and to 10 miles an hour on select streets undergoing safety-related redesigns. New York City Department of Transportation will begin publicly notifying community boards on its proposals this summer, with a 60-day comment period to follow before implementation. In other words, they're going to have a town hall meeting, and they don't care what you say.
Damn.
They're doing it. So, obviously, they try to run it. Speed limits ruin lives. What's your thoughts on that first off, though? What you think?
I'm thinking, right, are they going to adjust everything else around that?
Like what?
Let's say, for instance, wherever you decide, wherever you make your money at. You know what I'm saying? You think they're going to send a letter out, notice, like, yo, it's a 10 mile an hour. You got to give them, so from 15 minutes, give them a half an hour.
No.
Grace period. Exactly. So that's a problem, right?
Right.
Number two, How can they even come to this conclusion? Like you said, if it's not just a money grab, then I don't know what it is, right?
Right.
Because people are not gonna. It's gonna. Everybody's getting caught up in this sweep. Everybody,
It's a fact. You might set the camera, you might set it off. You run too fast. Shout to my guy Reese. He's tuned into the building early. Let's go, man. Shout to my guy Reese. He's in the building early. He said, tap in. What's good?
Another thing with this, right? It's like we go around what truly can fix the problem. It's like all we do is target the autos. Autos, oh man, it's just nothing but slander and just brutality on the autos, B.
They don't care.
Gonna start holding the people accountable.
Oh, that's never gonna happen.
Damn.
You know why that's never gonna happen? We don't never hold people accountable. It's New York City. What are you talking about?
And furthermore, you're right. You ain't gonna get no money from them either. We don't want to take their money that way.
No,
we don't want to do it that way.
No,
we don't want you to be responsible neither. We don't need you to do that. We'll do it, kind of deal, right? That's how it is.
The next thing is the automakers. Like what they do,
son. They start doing. First off, we already can say good riddance to all the sports cars. Those on their way out the door. As soon as the automakers start being held for some of these things, bro, forget it. Some number of Cybertrucks running around here.
Shout to Seneca. He said, hack for y'all. Remove your front plate and put a truck mount bike rack. Oh boy, that's what they consider a ghost car now. They a missing plate. You can't fight easily and win. I'm telling you, they consider that a ghost car. They pulling you over and taking your car now.
For what? If you have
if they feel like your plates can't be read, you're a ghost car now. If you got a bike, anything blocking your plate, got you. It's crazy out here. I'm telling you, kid. South to Seneca. He said, so how do they? He said, who picks these areas? So apparently, these areas have been picked because of their close proximity to a school. This is how they start. We've seen this before.
Yeah.
When they lowered the speed limits before, it was only in school zones. Remember that? Then it was, oh, you know what? But what about if the kid got to walk home? They stretched it out, right? And then what did they do? They went a 20-mile radius after that. So now you could be driving, a school could be 20, 30 blocks away, but there's a speed camera here. Damn. Until they got it 24/7.
Yeah, because it used to be a time frame.
It used to be a time frame.
But now they like, you know what? We're making a lot of money here.
The time frame was 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Remember that?
Yeah, we're making a lot of money. Let's just, let's make it 24.
Then it went from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Remember that?
Oh, snap. Oh.
And then they said, let's just run it 24 hours. They just pushed the chips over the table.
How you said it though? It's like once they get in the door,
that's it.
The door is never closing after that. Once those can of worms is open, you can no longer reseal that. It's over, son. Done.
And let me tell you, they haven't figured out how they're gonna let people put the speed cameras everywhere. They haven't figured that out yet.
I think they have, but they just waiting.
They
waiting, son. They waiting for them. I'm telling you, man, these people, they got a knack from timing. I'm telling you.
Listen.
Telling you.
Here's my problem. Within the last year or the last 2 years, they said speeding deaths have went up.
Yeah. And
in the last 2 years, we've had speed cameras. So would it be safe to say it doesn't work? They won't say that.
You know what? It's amazing though, because at the same time, like you said, they kind of played themselves.
They
did, but people, I think, were so caught up on the fact that they telling us, they throwing numbers at us. Like, oh, this person got hit by this. Oh, this happened. We get confused, so we even catch what they said.
No,
we just concerned like, nah, put more of them up. It's working.
Listen. They said we've had more speed deaths in the past 2 years than we've ever had. How? I thought we put the cameras up for this.
Yo, I'm telling you, man, it's the way they doing it because we're not seeing that it's clearly not working though. No. How are we not seeing that?
No, we see it. You know what?
Nah, we can't.
People turn a blind eye, and that's where they lose us. They turn a blind eye, and not for nothing. It's like, you know what? And you're not really gonna win the battle. You know why?
Why is that?
Because even car guys will be like, sometimes, we got to bring the speed down. It's like, no, penalize those who do it. Why do we act like we can't? Listen, if you're speeding, you doing double the limit, your license is revoked.
Damn.
Give us your car keys. You do not have a right to own a car in New York City, and you will pay an annual fine for it. They do that?
Yeah.
That'll bring, yo, chill. Because now they come into your house. Your license is revoked. We come into your house. We're not going to take the car. We just going to take the keys. When you got to move it, you got to call the city and have them bring your keys back. We're going to move it, and then we're going to take the keys back. Yo, could you imagine, son?
Yo, it'd be no speeding, son.
None.
It would be zero, at least from those who care. At least from those who care, speeding will be heavily reduced, bro.
Son, nobody gonna let you jump behind the wheel of their car.
Nah.
Yo, son, you wilding. Your license is revoked and they took your car? And you want to drive mine? Yeah, all right, fam. But how they say, these are the ways they can fix it.
Yeah,
you
but,
penalize those who do it.
But now they're using more time, more mystery money. You know what I'm saying? Like, they not with all that. They rather just catch you all in the sweep.
That's a fact.
That's a sad thing, because you're right. There's actual solutions.
Of course.
But why do we need solutions when we can create more problems and make more money? That's stupid.
Listen, they trying to make more money. That's what I'm saying.
Damn, son.
So just to get back to the lower speed limits, right? There's going to be 250 new places where the speed limit will be lowered from 25 to 20. And some of these are the initial proposed locations for reduced speed. In the Bronx, they got about 15 locations. I'm going to just give you 5. East 139th Street from Willis Avenue to Alexander. Cortland Avenue, East 156 to East 157th. Prospect Avenue from East 175 to East Tremont. And Reeds Mills Lane, Bevonia Street to Steenwick Avenue. I have no idea about none of them, but at the end of the day, I know they high traffic areas because that's the only way they're going to make the money. In Brooklyn, we're going to give you 5. And some of these I know.
Yeah.
Fort Greene Place, Fulton Street to DeKalb.
Yep.
Whoa, they're going East 94th Street, East New York Avenue to Rutland Road.
Okay.
That's going to get crazy. Prospect Park West, Grand Army Plaza,
I know
to the Pritchard Square. That's the circle right over there. Yeah, they're gonna be putting this. They're gonna put the 10 miles an hour over there.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Lenox Road, East 39th to East 40th, and 45th Street, Fort Hamilton Parkway to 10th Avenue. Wow. Now we're gonna talk about Queens. Now I know these.
Yeah.
Union Hall Street, 109th Avenue to 110th.
Yeah.
I used to live on 108th and God Brew. I know exactly where that's at, right up the block.
Yeah.
That's over there by PS 40. A little bit. PS 40's up the block.
Yeah.
143rd Street from Linden Boulevard to 115th. That's over there by yeah, son. 167th Street from 108th Road to 109th Ave. 155th Street from 108th Ave to 109th Ave is all in Southside.
Oh, son. They like this. We had it.
They lowering those down to 20 miles an hour. Now the 10 mile an hour streets, 69th to 77th in Corona, 78th Street to 93rd Street, and 94th Street to Junction Boulevard.
Yeah.
And that's all along 34th Avenue. 10 miles an hour for 10 blocks. 69th to 77th, 78th to 93rd, 94th to Junction. So from 78th Street, it's safe to say, from 78th Street all the way to Junction, 10 miles an hour. That's a couple miles.
Damn,
they don't care, bro.
Nah, it's definitely the money grab. And they going full throttle, son. They going full throttle.
Y'all lucky we ain't got
Yeah.
This what they really doing.
Yeah.
Shifting gears.
They shifting gears on y'all.
Shifting gears. We ask, you answer.
That's what they doing, kid. They shifting gears on you.
Damn. You asked for the speed limit to be lower? They answered it. That's a fact.
They said, yeah, we got you. That's like, what was that? The barbershop where he went and borrowed the money from the bookie. He wanted to give it back. He said, nah, it's too late, fam.
He said, y'all got the money right here.
We got, that's it now. He said, no, you can have it back. No, I want it with interest.
That's a fact.
We asked, they answered.
Damn, man.
The faster, the better. That's what they did. And for that now we got to look at it. Shout to Clarence. He said, in all those locations are near schools. Yes, that's how they starting it. That's how they starting it.
And like all scams they have started, they will be successful at it.
Of course.
They will be 100%.
Of course. They got a game to play.
Yeah, for real. Damn.
Don't forget to call up 516-206-0711. If the phones are not working, we be the first to tell you.
Sheesh.
But if you have an opinion, call up, man. It is what it is.
They got a game to play, and they're gonna make sure they see it through, huh?
That's a fact. This is how you say this is bigger than Mayor Adams. This is big business.
Yeah.
It's American way. Remember New Jack City? He said that. He said, yo, come on, bruh. It's bigger than Nino Brown. Shout to Mr. J. He said, so basically, we're gonna be out here doing the sea walk on Merrick. That is hilarious.
Damn, son.
We don't advocate for gang violence, but that was hilarious. Shout to Seneca. He said, look at them neighborhoods. I don't see them in the neighborhoods with money. Oh. He said it, I did. With that being said, we're gonna stop them.
Yo, that's very interesting. So what are they trying to say? Exactly, like, yo, now these people over there got more self-control? Perhaps, but they still probably gonna speed though. You ain't gonna take a speed of, you know what I'm saying? You gonna speed. That's it. You gonna speed.
Yo, that is actually a great shout to Seneca. Can we
that's real.
Seneca with the comment of the day.
Son, that's real. That's real right there.
That's as real as it
That's
gets.
real.
Because
it's a fact.
You don't see them in rich neighborhoods.
You won't.
Ooh.
You know why? Because they turn around, son, and they body slamming those. Like, get out of here. What are you doing with that?
And you know what? You just said something that just really resonated.
Yeah.
Oh, they believe they have more self-control than you do.
Sure. Why do we need it? Why?
We don't speed.
We do, but you're not gonna stop us.
That's a fact.
Come on, son. Just like right, that whole bus lane on Merrick.
Who approved that?
That's what I'm saying. So, like, how did that possibly get approved, bro?
I don't know, bro. That is a mystery to me.
That says it all right there. I'm telling you, man. Those over there, like, nah, man, we got way more self-control, and we don't need all this, hoop and hollering, trying to watch us and control our speed and charging us for it. Nah, B.
And what's crazy is, you know what? And you know what's crazy now that you think about it? It's the more condensed part of the population there, right? And and why is that? Damn. Because it's low income. What are we short right now in New York City? Low income housing.
Damn.
So of course there's gonna be more people over here.
Damn, that's true, son. And then the black jobs is low.
Yo, the black jobs. Oh, he said it. He said it first. With that being said, he said it first. The black jobs.
The black jobs, B. Can't even get no black jobs.
Yo, wowing. I know y'all saw them two old men yelling at each other the other night. We gonna leave that. He was like, "You Southern, you're the sucker." He said, "You're the sucker." They was up there calling each other suckers, B.
Yeah, they was.
We in trouble.
It's worse than we thought, y'all. It's worse than we thought. That's a fact. That's a whole fact.
Up there like, "You sucker."
Yo,
you're the sucker. That was wild. The fact that they still calling each other suckers in 2024 is just telling you where they from. Continue on, man. I'm sorry. We didn't mean to mess up the flow. Shout out to Seneca. He said, bro, after Baisley, there's only one bus. Why do you need it to Springfield? He's right.
Son.
It's only the Q5. And how many reiterations of the Q5 they got? Yo, when I was younger, when I was younger, they had the Q5, the Q5A, the Q5 Limited, the Q5A Limited. Just give me the bus, bro.
Just give me the bus.
Then you wonder why the dollar van was eating over there.
Yo, it's bad though. I ain't gonna front. It's only gonna get worse because like we just said, man, they can continuously target those neighborhoods. They know. You know what's so crazy about it though? And meanwhile, struggling to get some dough.
Yeah,
you're gonna catch us for speeding or whatever.
Yeah, we already struggling to eat. You barely servicing the communities with the public transportation that is there.
Factory.
And now you're gonna
nothing's getting built up.
Nope. And
no opportunities is coming along.
Facts.
So it's like, what are you?
But they said we're gonna stop congestion pricing because the city is not ready. People are still trying to recuperate, but you out here hammering them any other way. And that's why I say at the end of the day, we don't normally talk about politics when it comes, but the way that it's intertwining with life,
yeah, In the autos, it's just like
It's crazy. It's crazy. Shout to everybody who they're paying attention. And for those that want a further definition of Sammy's Law, here it is right here. Okay, so we talked about this before. Sammy's Law allows New York City to lower its speed limit to 20 miles an hour with posted signage, except on roads with 3 or more motor vehicle travel lanes in the same direction outside of Manhattan. With traffic calming, speed limits can be reduced to 10 miles an hour on select roads. For all speed limit reductions, NYC must provide notice 60 days in advance and comment opportunity to the local community board. So what that means is that New York City has the control.
Yeah.
They have to make sure they put up enough signage, which is what I say. Whenever you see a sign that says 25 miles an hour and you near school, look for the camera right behind it because they got to warn you before they actually hit you with the ticket.
Damn.
Right? But now with the proper signage, they could put it up and they could drop the speed limit to 10 miles an hour on select roads outside of Manhattan. So this won't exist in Manhattan. Now, what's the problem with that, Bearded One? What's the problem with that, Jay Walker?
Damn.
My new name is Jay Walker. I'm sorry. What's the problem with that? The problem is that there's cities in New York, there's schools in New York City too.
Absolutely.
So it's not good enough for there though, right?
I mean, you know, I guess what they're trying to say is that too, and also like, again, we have more sense. So it'll come down. I feel like it really comes down to people cognitive ability and how people are gauging that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't care. They don't care. It's Manhattan. They do what they want to. They do what they want to do.
They said after we slow down these cars with this congestion pricing, and not for nothing on the congestion pricing tip, because we never got back to that when they pushed it back.
Yeah.
Here at Rally Radio, like I said, we talk about autos, we talk about everything surrounding the art of driving and whatever you like to do out there that consists with motor vehicle, motorcycles. Yep. We also talk about planes, trains, boats. You know how we get down. But with that being said, one thing that they failed to talk about with the congestion pricing is the fact that she's trying to, Governor Hochul, that is, she's trying to dance with the people who can't afford it and the people who can.
No, it's not.
And the people who can, you're starting to see right now the kind of influence they have, because as soon as it was paused, they said, yo, you know what? We're going to start a lawsuit on you. And you know, maybe we could bring the price down a little bit.
That's a fact. You're right.
So it just goes to show. And I posted something like that the other day. I love this Skeletor page. This guy's hilarious. He said, remember, when you play Monopoly, it would be more realer if that person that had all the money could change the rules to fit them because they have all the money. That's a fact. They don't want to admit that these are the people that got money. Yeah. And she's trying to make it look like she for the people. And that's why she having a hard time. Because at the end of the day, we know what you're going to do. We know why you did this. Damn. Oh, we found another $1 billion somewhere else. They don't care. They don't care. They said, we want the congestion price.
For sure.
Good luck with that, man. Shout out to everybody tuned in, paying attention. We appreciate everybody early. You already know what it is, man. With that being said, like I said, don't forget, call up 516-206-0711. You know we only on the air till 2, so don't call at 150, because we're going to look at the phone and go.
He said don't call at 150. Don't do it.
And we're going to keep it a little short. We got so much that we got to go through today. But this right here is the biggest thing that we're dealing with right now. The speed limit is going down to 10 miles an hour. The speed limit going down to 10 miles an hour. Yes, 10 on select streets. Let's be honest. But 20. What are you going to do at 20 miles? Yo, you know what I was thinking about all day?
Yeah.
The way this changes even riding a motorcycle in New York City.
For sure.
How do you do 20 miles an hour on a motorcycle?
I don't know. It's really rough.
Shout to my guy Anthony Green. He's in the building early. Let's go.
But yo, do you see how they just like you said, it's been a while, like people been driving like 30, 40. That was the speed limit, right? For a while.
For almost 30 years.
How do you just spring 25 on them?
And when you think about how they gradually did this, like for those that don't think that the government works together or the city works together, regardless of who is in office,
Factory.
Look at when it started versus how it finished. If you think that this is not a master plan, this right here shows you everything you need to see.
Yeah.
This started all the way back from Vision Zero with a mayor that nobody liked.
I remember that, yeah.
That started how long ago?
That was a while ago now, son.
And look how a whole nother mayor that he said, he said, listen, I don't got nothing to do with that mayor. That mayor didn't do good for the city. Now look at him implementing everything that he still put in there. Think about that. He carried it on. If you think there's no master plan, you gotta listen. It has to be. It has to be. It has to be. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We ain't gonna stay on the topic too long. We sorry for that, man. We got so much show to do, but it looks like there's so much more going on out here, man. We're gonna get right into it. You know how we get down, man. Looks like we got knockoff airbags out here. So
what is that?
We all heard of the knockoff MCM bags. We heard of the knockoff Gucci bags. It looks like they knocking off airbags.
Canal Street
airbags.
It's crazy, son.
Yo, if you cop the airbag from anybody other than the dealer, you.
Son, I gotta be honest.
You don't understand. If you copping your airbag from anybody else other than the dealer,
yo, son, are you kidding me? That's just like going to get a seatbelt. Somebody just manufacturing a seatbelt for you, like, here, fam, hold that.
He said, yo, fam, we got these Gucci seatbelts. These guys are freaking kidding me, son. But they dead serious. We're gonna get into this, man.
This don't even make sense. This don't even make
DIY airbags. Shout the military. NYC. So let's get to it. As if tens of millions of dangerous Takata airbags weren't bad enough, and for those that don't know, there was a recall of Takata airbags. Still is. There are airbags out there just deploying and killing people. But in the meantime, their airbags may not say Takata, but they may be dangerous all the same. That's because counterfeit airbags are a growing problem, according to the Wall Street Journal, with multiple fatalities, arrests, and an unknowable number of hazardous fakes out on the road. In the past year, at least 5 Americans have reportedly been killed or seriously injured by fake car airbags. The feature found that the problem dates back at least as far as the Takata recall, when numerous vehicles were found to have knockoff airbag inflators. Some apparently even had empty shells where airbags should have been. It seems that forgeries can have the same markings as real OEM-approved parts, making them hard to identify. Tracking them is even harder, owing to the decentralized, small-scale supply chain of fake parts. This is crazy.
Yeah, I'm just still blown away to, like, who would be like, okay, no, give me this fake airbag.
Yo, you know what, though?
Yo, that's wild.
That's crazy, son. And if you're out here, if you went to Liberty Avenue, or if you went to Shea Stadium to get your airbag,
It's the Understeer. What up? Where we like to ask.
Yo, just delete the whole airbag. I don't even want it.
Yo, if you went anywhere other than the dealer to get an airbag, Chill shot to Seneca. He said, chill, I'm selling my airbag on Marketplace.
He said, you're chill.
Yo, shout to my guy, Coach K. Coach K
Let's
is
go.
in the building early.
Yo, if you in the back, son, if you in the back of the crib, think you can manufacture this airbags, yo, keep it. Can't keep. I don't want nothing to do with that. Yo, that's terrible, son.
So now it looks like, on top of them doing that, remember we talked about Mercedes-Benz actually taking some of their old airbags out of their older 1980s Benzes when they first and the guy made clothing.
He made clothing. Yeah, he made clothing with that. That's cool.
So maybe they tried to take a page out of his book, but we talking about fake airbags. Yo, that's crazy.
I don't even understand. Like, okay, I get it. You know what? Let's say you got one of those vehicles that got the Takata airbag in there. Okay.
Right.
Okay. You're going to turn around and risk it off a fake airbag, though.
Off a fake airbag.
So I'm just taking out the whole system, B. It don't make sense at this point.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Nah, that's
Shout to Miller. He said, all I have to do is YouTube it.
Damn, son. Yo.
Crazy, son. But it is what it is. It's true. Yo, I gotta say though, the fact that it says, according to Wall Street Journal, counterfeit airbags are often made from a combination of used and unapproved parts. They may reuse a factory front plate to look like an original part, but be backed by components from a junkyard.
What?
So in other words, it have a brand new shell that you put in the airbag in, but the airbag done came out 2 times already. So they just keep stuffing the air. Yo, that's crazy. They keep stuffing the airbag back in there. Like, that's like reusing a condom for these dirt bags out there.
These dirt bags.
Yeah,
that's wicked.
You say, yo, I'm gonna just wash it off and reuse it. Okay. We know where you live, son. But with that being said, it says they have components from a junkyard or potentially even knockoffs brought in from abroad. They're then sometimes sold as new on sites like eBay. Shout to Seneca.
Let's go, Seneca. He's out here wilding.
It said at a lower cost than the OEM part, sometimes leading to independent shops not to buy the cheaper, outwardly identical part. So here is the problem.
Yeah.
On top of you trying to get an airbag cheap, because everybody knows that if your airbag is deployed and you have an older car, that's it. It's written off 9 times out of 10. Mm-hmm. If you have full coverage, if it's something that you just had, you was hooptying around, take the steering wheel off and you're going to get another one. I'll get this cheap one for $400 or $200. Little do you know, this airbag done been deployed 3 times and all they did was just replace the shell casing. And now all of a sudden, when you get into an accident, the airbag ain't even got enough air to come out anymore. This is classic material. And for those that are buying airbags anywhere other than the dealer,
it's the understeer.
Yo, what up? Yo, at those,
we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
At those people defense though, son. Them airbags be when you go to the
people. They said with their defense.
Yo, when you go to that dealer, you give them that VIN, they like, yeah, so we need a rack. Whoa. So that's one airbag for a band, son.
One airbag is a band. Son.
One, B. So I'm like, you know what? You going to see homie for the $102? Yo,
if you going to Chinatown downstairs in anybody's mall to buy an airbag,
it's the understeer.
Can't help you, fam. Shout to my guy Camacho, who's in the building early. Shout to my guy. He said, in my European voice, car good for service, drive.
Damn.
It's crazy out here. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. You know how we get down. My thing is, you got to be careful whenever you buy. And this is for everybody. You know, we car guys, car girls, certified car guys. Everybody's out here, right? With that being said, you guys got to be mindful of where you're getting your stuff. The fact that's like buying a tire off Poppy that got 1 million used tires in the back. Yo, I got a brand new tire. You like, bruh. You want me to believe that in the back of the store somewhere, you got a brand new tire that fit my size? They go out there and they look at this one, put a little piece of plastic on and tell you it's brand new. Come on.
You know what? I got a problem too. When you going to get recap tires, that's reckless. That's reckless. What that is, for those who don't know, they knock off the old tread and they just glue the new tread on for you, son.
You lying.
That's word too. They do that.
Who's buying that?
Trucks do it. A lot of like 18-wheelers and all that. That's when you see like crazy blowouts is normally due to these recap tires.
Son. That's like me getting a hairpiece put on top of my joint. Pause. I'm gonna get a whole wig glued onto the top. Yo, if y'all see the bearded one, aka Jaywalker, show up with 360 spins, you already know. Don't ask. I had the what'd you call it?
What's that?
What'd you call that procedure?
Oh, recap.
I had my bald head recap with 360 spins.
Full paint job too on this. Nah, that's reckless, B. Yo, it's crazy out here, son. Fake airbags? I thought I heard it all, son.
Fake. They said, yo, Poppy, you know, we got the MCM bags right now. We got the airbags too. Oh my goodness.
Word? How much?
Yo, for pennies on the dollar.
Yo, son.
They said that people was paying like $100. And you know, I know that feeling. Like you say, you just go to the dealer. He talking about he want $1,000.
$1,900.
You find one for $100. You think it's a come up.
Son, how, B?
Son, if it's too good to be true,
it is. It is. It's it. It's game. Let it go.
Usually is.
Yo, it's $100 for an airbag. Yo, man.
Listen,
I don't want no airbag no more. I'm good, son. They never drove with airbags before. I'm good. I'm good, son.
We all saw Jack and the Beanstalk. Pause.
Son.
You know how that get down. It's very rare that you're gonna find magic beans that actually do what they're supposed to do.
It's very rare magic beans.
Sold them. He had a shout out to my man Camacho. He said, "Man, weave." That's the yo son. You ain't gonna never see me one of them, killer. How you retread, recap? With that being said, we're gonna move right on. We got a lot of news for y'all, man. It's definitely going down.
Yo, that's
right here.
Wild, son.
That's crazy. So we're gonna talk about the dealerships and the hackers. We talked about that a little bit, but it looks like they're still suffering. It's still going on.
Yeah, it's global. It's a global deal.
Yo, who did this?
Well, I look at it like this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If they ever do catch up to these people, whoever may be, maybe even single individual.
Finito.
Right? No. I feel like one or two things are gonna happen.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna give them the dough or her the dough.
Uh-huh.
Then recruit them, if possible.
Yes.
And if that don't work, they're gonna smoke them. So.
Finito.
That's his game. It's game.
I think you all how you say you offer him a job.
Yeah.
Because obviously he found something that none of y'all was even paying attention.
This is what I'm saying. So they're gonna get employment behind this with a wicked payoff, or he's finito. That's it. Count him out.
You know, it's funny that
Count
you
him
say
out.
that, right? Nintendo had a situation where they was hacked. Not like to this extreme where he had everything for ransom, but what he was doing was he was hacking a Nintendo system that they were selling. You know, the little Nintendo joints.
Yeah.
Yo, Nintendo had him pay for everything and then offered him a job when he got out of jail. I'd have told him no. As a matter of fact, don't let me nowhere near your computers, because I'm gonna
wilding
the whole spot.
I'm telling you, son, that's what I mean, man. Like it's going down, y'all.
It's crazy out here.
Don't worry, something else is coming too. Cause you think he's gonna stop? You think he ain't training people? Like,
Come on,
yo, you bugging.
But
Don't give him the resources. It's over.
Yeah. And you know how we do. We be like, yeah, man, you can read that book on cyber attacks in prison.
He said, yeah, you can read that. Got a whole show for that.
Yeah, man, have at it.
Ain't nobody reading those. Go ahead.
But with that being said, the car dealership chaos across the United States and Canada, as massive cyber attack continues. $1.2 trillion market has been slow to a crawl. Now, what makes this interesting, right, is that a lot of dealerships now are back to writing on paper. They're doing paper contracts. That is crazy. A dealership in Phoenix is handwriting paper contracts, engaging credit worthiness with guesswork.
With guesswork? How you doing that, son? Hold on. Let me take a good look at you real quick, though.
You look like you could afford it.
Yeah, you look pretty good. I like your shoes. Got good shoes on.
Yo, you know how long they used to do that system back in the day?
Yeah. Like even when we used to go to the parts department, they had a catalog.
Yep.
They used to write all the orders down on paper.
Yo, son.
That's how it used to be.
Shout to my guy Mark Camperfoy. He's in the building early. Shout to my guy. He's tuned in early.
Yeah, you know what's wild though? The problem is, and I'll say it again, like we are so reliant on technology and computers and softwares, right?
Boy,
we just open up a can of worms though. Like, okay, so if all y'all using this system, it's over. Because you know what they do? Like they create this little, this program, and all the manufacturers or like dealers in this case will use it. Don't get me wrong, some have their own separate in-house deal, which is even like it's a little bit tougher for somebody to hack because they did their own work.
Yes.
But when a vast majority of people on the same program, son, that is a disaster
waiting to happen.
That's a fact. And on top of that, they should never left the paperwork. But the problem is efficiency. Everybody gotta be efficient.
Well,
time is money, right? How they say it?
Yes.
Is that some sort of myth? And they with that.
So here's the real kicker. Look, also that I believe, right, is that everybody's using it and nobody cares about the cybersecurity of the business.
Well, I agree.
Because think about it. You an employee there. Your job don't care about you. They send you for all these cyber attack classes.
They do. They send you mad emails like, yo, hold on, look out for this. They like, what?
They say, yo, he talking about he gonna pay me $1,000. All I gotta do is click and then leave a comment. You click it, boom, skull and crossbones. Now everybody's whole computer is down, and it's Bob from IT's fault. It's his fault. He did it. Yo, Bob from the mechanic side.
Yo, they not treating Bob right. So you like, you know what, man? It ain't my computer.
Yo, shout to Anthony Green.
What happened?
Yo, up there, he said you walk into a dealer now, and he's gonna ask you, do you work a black job to see if
you work a black job? Let's go.
Oh,
yo, nah, he went over the top, so that's it. But he right though. They doing guesswork. That's how they gonna, part of the program.
Well,
now.
Back in the day when you used to go to the bank for a business loan,
yeah,
it was just a shake hand deal. They would front you the money. They didn't want to see all your. You didn't have to have a whole business and all. You had an idea. Listen, I want to open up a mechanic shop. Yeah. Shake your hand, give you your bread. Bob's your uncle. I see you here every month. That's how they got it done. After a while, they implemented credit score. You know why? Because we started getting involved.
Yeah, it's a fact. Like, that's what happened. Yeah, that's exactly one of the reasons why. Because once we start getting our hands in it, they like, hold on, yo.
Gotta change the level.
I changed the game up now on them.
Change the level.
That's when credit cards started coming around.
Yep.
Anything and everything to rock your credit, son.
Yep.
It's a fact.
And they be like this. Oh, well, your FICO score, stuff like that. I'm telling you, it's a hustle. But now that's why I say right now, what the dealerships are going through is necessary.
Yeah.
All of this is a necessary evil. We have to understand something. That at the pace that the world is moving.
Yep.
Right. Mm-hmm. If you using all of these all these computers, all these programs, and they pass that, they using stuff that's not even programmed. They're working over the air. They working on internet.
Yeah.
So now you think you on your own little intranet system, and them dudes are hacking. Look at the Keystone Pipeline. Remember that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where they hacked that gas line. This is starting to happen.
Man, listen, man. Again, like you just said. You got these guys, got these girls out here, whatever you want to call them.
Yep.
They working overtime.
They
like this. I need that money.
Need that bread.
So I'm gonna hijack this system and I'm gonna leave it for ransom. As long, what's funny because they said this, right? They're like, yeah, they probably gonna get it back next week, Wednesday. How you putting a time frame on that?
Well, it's next week, Saturday.
This is what I'm saying. Like, how you remember this happened? This is going on 2 weeks.
Yes.
How you put a time frame on that, fam? You can't do that.
This is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, they figure, we'll get it back. We'll either pay. Because remember, even with the Keystone, they paid.
Yeah.
Then they found them. And they held them accountable, got the bread back. But at the end of the day, they're not thinking that. See, this is what I mean. Like, you gotta think about a lot of time before you jump into a lot of different things. Like, I say it again, EV vehicles. If you think, and you can say what you want.
There's a reason. They gotta hear it. They gotta hear it.
There's a reason why they don't want Chinese EVs here. Because it's not about the world. It's not about the environment.
Absolutely not environment.
They know they like this, we gotta figure this out. Because if they beat us to this, now that's it. I ain't got nothing to do with that. They listen, it has everything to do with money.
Yeah.
So if you go, because obviously China been dealing in these things for how long before we even really got started?
For a while. Yeah, absolutely.
But now all of a sudden, no, we don't want them here. 100% tariffs. And all. I thought you said it was about the planet.
You know what's wild about that too? That whole tariff thing, right? Tariff. What if I'm saying it right or wrong?
Yeah, tariffs.
We're going to end up paying for that.
Yeah.
How they say poop rolls downhill?
Kid. If you listen,
son.
If you can see the breakdown of what you spend in tax, because all we do is just give up tax money. But if you can see the breakdown, you pay taxes on everything.
So legitimately though.
So that's why I say at the end of the day, when it comes down to this dealership thing, this is only going to get pushed on to the people.
Oh yeah.
It's only going to get pushed on. And what was that you said earlier? What does this affect? Also,
this affects again food.
Right.
That medication you need. You've been dying to get. Fuel.
Literally dying to get crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. Fuel. Come on, B. You can stop the planes. You can't stop the trucks. That's a little different now. You can stop them planes, but them trucks, though?
They got to move.
They got to go. Come on, man. They know what they doing, B. I'm telling you, if you ask me, it's only gonna get worse from here. Cause you know why? This is what happens, right? Damn, I forgot what it's called. I just read it the other day. You did this, then the one. Now I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna show you I'm a better hacker now. So now it's gonna come into a competition, though, because you gotta think about these things. You think you're gonna build a faster car? I'm gonna build a faster car. Let me show you how I'm gonna do this.
I call that Johnny One Up.
This is what I'm saying. It's so I think personally it's gonna get ugly. We ain't even see the half of it yet. We ain't see it yet.
And who's to say they don't be doing like little crimes like
this is what I'm saying. Come on,
just hack
B.
your Tesla. Like, yo, send me
Come
200
on,
to
B.
my Cash App and you can start your car.
Come on.
Who says they not gonna do that?
Hold on topic of Tesla real quick. You seen about how that house burned down from the charger?
Oh, hold up.
No.
Wait a minute, because we was gonna talk about that. For those that don't know, okay, we going into our last topic before we move on. Randall Cobb. And for those that don't know who Randall Cobb is, if you're a football fan, you know who Randall Cobb is.
Mm-hmm.
He played with Aaron Rodgers with the Green Bay Packers. And he also played for the New York Jets last season, and he lined up another contract to play with them as long as Aaron Rodgers is the QB. Well, it looks like Randall Cobb's house caught on fire the other day, and he barely made it out with his family. And where did the problem start? From his own personal Tesla charger in his garage. He said, I'm glad to be out. He didn't think they was gonna make it.
Son.
Him and his family, they barely escaped a house fire.
That's wicked.
Due to the Tesla charger. Now, for those that see, this is where I'll be looking at these EV cats, and I'll be like, you see? And they be like, oh, it doesn't happen. It's happening.
Yo, and that's what really bothers me. First off, man, I'm not hooking that up to the crib.
No.
I can't do it. No. First and foremost, we got already too much going on in it anyway. Now we're gonna hook up this thing?
Yo,
I'm good, man.
I bought my son. My son got a little EV scooter, right? So
okay.
we're gonna get a little EV get around, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm shocked.
No, literally shocked. Like, don't touch it. Yo, we charge it outside. We run a whole cable from the garage outside because there's no way I'm charging that thing in the house.
What?
It is what it is. Joint could get to like 5 miles an hour. We bought this actually before we got him his bike.
Yeah.
He likes it. He rides every night. But let's say if the power dies, even though it's UL rated, and for those that they try to act like I don't know what that is, but at the end of the day, that's a rating so that if it does charge, it won't blow up. It's not like a bad battery, but you never know. Look at this Tesla. And let's get into it a little.
Let's go.
Veteran NFL wide receiver Randall Cobb and his family were able to escape from a fire at their home in Green Hills neighborhood of Nashville. The fire began around 11 p.m. on Tuesday at a property on Wallace Lane. According to the National Fire Department, the fire started in the garage and crews arrived to find the flames coming from the back of the home. Crew extinguished the fire, but property inside the garage was destroyed or heavily damaged, including an electric vehicle. Cobb's next-door neighbor said that he called and alerted him of the fire. Once he got outside, he stood with Cobb and his family as Nashville crews worked to put out the blaze. First of all, I was in my den and didn't hear anything. He said, we were surprised when Randall called me. He was so calm under pressure. He said, I wanted to let you know that my house is on fire. Harrell said that he considers Cobb an excellent neighbor. This, that, and the third, right? But you see how they trying to say, oh, it didn't happen because of the Tesla.
Of course.
They are trying any and everything to say that this is not why it happened, but they said it. He said it.
Mm-hmm.
Randall Cobb said that we had the Tesla on charge, and that's where the fire came from. Why else would his garage catch on fire at 11 o'clock at night? I mean, let's be honest here.
I guess somebody left a cigarette, lit.
Come on,
next to paper, I guess. And gasoline.
Come on, right? Somebody was back there smoking with gasoline and the car running.
That's it.
Come on, he said they lucky to be alive.
Listen, man, like Dr. Phil said, man, those who copped. But then again, you got those who are feeding into it again, though.
Come on.
Because they still doing it, right?
Come on.
I just don't understand the thought process behind that, though. Like, even when we did the Bear Mountain run, we seen that line. I was like, yo.
They want that.
What time you had to wake up?
Yo,
I don't know, son.
Son, shout to one of my managers who will remain nameless.
Let's go nameless.
He went out there, he bought himself a little
What?
EV, full EV joint, and called me and said, "Yo, I'm any oncomers, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever. Listen, I could reboot, I could rebattle, whatever you say." I'm like, all right, don't worry about me. Worry about that Charger family. Because at the end of the day, that's where the problem started. And that's what I'm saying. He said Randall Cobb shared images.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could put them up so y'all could see for yourself. But he said we're lucky to be alive. The Tesla Charger caught on fire in the garage late last night and quickly spread. We got out of the house with nothing but our clothes on our back and the shoes on our feet.
Sheesh.
That's scary, bro.
Sheesh.
And we talking about 11 o'clock at night. I don't know about y'all. I'm normally up late.
Mm-hmm.
But could you imagine if he wasn't?
Damn.
Could you imagine if he wasn't? And we all see how fast those fires spread.
Yeah, those electric fires is no joke.
Damn, man. Shout to Randall Cobb, brother. That's
a fact.
Sometimes it do pay to be up late night.
Nah,
sorry, I'll be like,
do.
good.
It do.
It do pay to be up late night. With that being said, you know how we get down, man. We are here. It's the Jaywalker.
Let's go. Let's go.
My new name, son. Don't wear it out. The Jaywalker. That's my new name.
That's it right there, son.
But with that being said, we're going to jump right into more of the show. You already know how we get down. We want to talk about the new takeover laws, but we're going to shelf that one for now because this one's going to get interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they're using street takeovers and saying that people could be fined up to $4,000 just being there.
Damn.
What does that say about car meets, though? Could a car meet be considered a takeover?
I mean, I guess it depends on what's going on, though. You know?
What if nothing's going on? You look like you're preparing for a takeover.
Well, then I guess they got to get you for conspiracy, I guess.
Listen, conspiracy to take over. That's
a fact.
Wow.
That sounds extra crazy, but like you said, what if it looked like everybody next, everything idling? People like, yo, they jumping in the cars. Oh, nah, this about to get ugly.
And now we hitting it. They giving you a $400 fine if you can see it. What if I'm just parked in front of my house? They start wowing. I get $400 ticket. Yo, we're gonna talk into because we got a whole bunch more show for that.
So everybody get caught in the sweep, son. It don't matter, son.
Who cares?
It don't matter no more, son. Yo,
get the broom out. But with that being said, y'all know how we get down here, man. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. You know how we get down. You know we like to tell you the most recent automotive news that we can. So with that being said, we're going to move right on to our next segment. With that being said, let's go.
It's Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and S.I Shawn.
You already know how we get down, man. Tech Talk. Shout out to my guy Camacho. Shout out to him. He said they're going to try to get you to purchase permits for legitimate car meets.
I can see it going there.
I can see that.
I can see it going there.
I can see that.
Absolutely.
Listen, the permit game is where it's at.
Ooh.
The permit game is where it's at. You want to park over here in this neighborhood because of congestion pricing? Permit.
Mm-hmm.
You want to park in your own neighborhood? Permit. You want to attend this? Tickets. Permit. That's where the money at. They can gauge you. Don't get me started, man.
That's
With that
true,
being
son.
said, you know how we get down. Shout to Shy. He said, know what slows down cars in a hurry? Unmarked speed bumps. You damn right. Told you, man. I seen people Dukes of Hazzard.
Yo, them unmarked ones, those are treacherous though.
Those are the dangerous ones.
What?
But with that being said, it's Tech Talk. You know how we get down. It looks like Aston Martin does it again.
What they do now?
Aston Martin Valiant is the velour Fernando Alonso would drive. We all know Fernando Alonso drives F1 for Aston Martin.
Yes, he
Last year, Aston Martin built the velour, and we talked about that. A super limited edition custom body sports car tuned with DBS V12 and a 6-speed manual.
Ooh.
You remember that one? Chef Ramsay has one.
Really?
Yes, he's one of the only ones I've seen. Manual. 12. Let's go. But with that being said, Aston only built 110 of the gorgeous sports car. Gordon Ramsay famously owns one. However, the Brits have now crafted an even more special model with an even more limited production run, the Aston Martin Valiant. And the Valiant packs a bit more star power than a loudmouth chef, as it was commissioned by Fernando Alonso, F1 driver. He wanted a lighter, more powerful, more extreme version of the velour. Oh my goodness. And I wish I could send, I got to remember to post pictures of this thing if you haven't seen it already. Yeah. But, you know, under the hood, Has a similar 5.0-liter twin-turbo V12, but it's been upgraded to 743 horsepower.
Wait, with the clutch in it though?
Yes.
Come on.
Also, the
man.
same is it 6-speed manual with its gorgeous exposed linkage. Now that I don't know what that means.
The shift linkage.
You can see it.
Remember in the Zonda they did that.
Oh, with this.
Yeah, son. You see it on the mechanical bits going on.
That's crazy.
That's reckless, huh?
Shout to Aston Martin. Can we give Aston
Martin? I'm telling you, man. Aston Martin is just like they not stopping, son. Cause they know.
Shout to Aston Martin.
They know. They know how to build the car.
They know how to build the car. For those that have not seen it, you could donate to our Cash App here at Rally Radio.
Absolutely.
And the Jaywalker will have one.
Let's go. Let's go. You know what that also says though about Aston Martin? That their client base is driving.
Yes.
They driving, son.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Inside the van is a half roll cage, specially trimmed Recaro podium seats, and a 4-point racing horn. Customers can choose either Alcantara or leather trim to complement the acres of carbon fiber. Otherwise, it's almost exactly the same as the velour inside, and only 38 Aston Martin variants will be built, and deliveries will start in the fourth quarter of 2024. However, most people will see the variant in public for the first time at the Goodwood Festival of Speed on July 11th. Boy, I can't stand that name.
Yeah,
but I know exactly what they're talking about. That is crazy.
They did that on purpose. I'm telling you, certain things is superintended, son. Like, yo, we're gonna call it, Pauswood. We're gonna do that.
Pauswood. It's hard to even say that. Sheesh, literally. But with that being said, what's your thoughts on that? First off, that Aston Martin is still out here building animals.
My thing is though, Aston Martin, if you ask me, even from the beginning, man, they always had a different way about them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They always had a different way of approaching a sports car.
Yes.
And I could appreciate that. And the simple fact that they building 700 plus horsepower cars still with the clutch in it, 3 pedals, I'm blown away at that point.
You know what?
What's that?
I remember we had a disagreement a while back.
Yeah.
First off, shout to Jessica Grandy. She's tuned in early. Shout to Jessica Grandy. We had a disagreement, and I remember we talked about like the Hellcat.
Yeah.
Came with 717 horsepower, but you can only get the regular one manual. Once you started getting to the super stock and the demon, it was a manual. And you was like, yo, come on, this is crazy. And I said to myself, you know what, man? Like, I mean, manual with that going down the strip, I don't know how it's going to operate but now when you look at it, Aston Martin is like, if you can't, then you don't need to own it.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, yo, it's either you can or you can't. Pick your choice.
That's a fact.
Come on, son. See, and I can appreciate that.
That's a fact. How you wield your sword.
This is what I'm saying. So they took all this, hoopla. Oh, if it's making too much power, it shouldn't be a manual. Why? Wow. It's clearly not about the drive, fam. It's not about that.
It's a fact. I got to give you props on that.
Come on, man.
Shout to S.I Shawn. He was 100% right. He has proven the Jaywalker wrong.
It's craziness when you really think about it, huh?
Yes.
I'm telling you, man. Aston Martin, how they said it? V6s is not exotic.
Ooh,
come on, son.
Because we adding another 6 to the.
Yo, so with the third pedal in it.
The third pedal and an exposed linkage. That's crazy. And it's twin turbo. It's a twin turbo 12. That's crazy. Manual. So they still put. Just remember, Lamborghini stopped offering the V12 with a manual in 2010. Thanks to the what is that? The Murcielago. Yes. Mm-hmm. Aston Martin still doing it. Whew. See, everybody left the race already. Yes. Aston Martin said, you know what? We're going to spar by ourselves then. That's it. We out here shadow boxing until y'all come back. That's it. Waiting. They waiting for the day Ferrari, Lamborghini, McLaren. Like, you know what? We're going to drop a 12 back with a clutch. Oh. They waiting. Aston going to be ready. But you know what I could say? They only making 38 of them. And there's no problem with that.
No, it's not. There's no problem. Yo, the fact that they doing a twin turbo 12 with a mint, come on, bro. Make one. Drive it. Show me. Sell me the shell. This is what I'm saying. Let me. Man, son. Like you gotta admire that they still going at it. They still chasing their dreams, huh? Yo, I say it all the time.
We admire those that's chasing the dream. We do.
Facts, huh? It's a fact. They
Rally
still out
Radio
there.
is chasing the dream.
Factory, son, chasing the white rabbit, B. That's all it is.
Shout to them,
That's
man.
all it is, huh?
Looks like the C8 Corvette ZR1 is coming out, and I know you're not moved.
Not, son.
Not after talking about an Aston Martin with a V12 twin turbo manual.
And this is what I mean. If they could build that, you trying to tell me they couldn't have dropped the manual in his vet? Are you kidding me?
They could have.
Are you kidding me? This is what I'm saying. Like, this is like we got the misconception that if it's making if it's engineered this way, it just can't have a clutch in it. How? It can't have a third pedal. How? Did we forget the F40 Ferrari?
Still highly sought after.
Come on.
And I mean, Chevy done stole a engine makeup. Might as well use the
This is what I'm saying.
They did, however, use a lot of technology. They actually bought a Ferrari 458 when they built this.
And that's what I mean. Don't get me wrong. Remember, they wanted to try something like this in the 60s and 70s, if I'm not mistaken. It didn't go.
Yes.
But for you to turn around and really try to copy Ferrari behind it, I don't know how I feel about that one. That's another reason why I'm kind of not too much of a fan of the car. Is because it's not really organic.
So it looks like though this vet, this ZR1 is gonna be twin turbo.
Sure it is, yeah.
Which is crazy.
That's cool.
You know, he's hilarious, bro. I'm telling you, kid. Yo, if it's not manual, you might as well forget it.
That's a tough one to get by me. If it's like you got to really sell me on it for real. But man.
I mean, at the end of the day, the Z06 is gonna come with a 5.5 liter flat plane crank V8 spool and twin turbos, making a lot of horsepower. At the end of the day, I think that's
that's standard.
Yeah.
That's standard.
It's where we are. We've evolved.
Damn.
We've evolved, and for that, we still could use a manual or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like and we talked about this before. What are respectable horsepower numbers anyway?
That's what I mean.
Like, I'll be honest, man. That 700 and something horsepower from a V12 from Aston Martin, twin turbo V12, is like that must be on the bottom of the tune.
Bottom of the tune.
It gotta be the bottom of the
That's
tune.
stage one.
Yeah, it can't be.
You know they ain't maxed that engine out, so that's stage one, B.
And what is it? What is it? Redline. I mean, like,
you know it's gonna be a hollerer.
Oof, a hollerer.
Yo, but not for nothing. I seen the E-Ray.
Yes.
It had carbon wheels on it.
Yes.
I'm not moved by this Corvette. So I'm like, not one model has came out.
So we got a little bit of a
okay.
We got a little bit of a sound bite. Let's see if we can play that again.
So it sounds like an F1 car, B.
Woof. Woof. Now that supposedly is what Corvette or Chevy recently released. That little 7-second clip of the sound. Can hear boost. Can hear boost back there towards the end of it. I will say this, however, though, long as Aston Martin and Chevrolet are two different car companies. That's one, right?
They don't even breathe the same air. They don't even breathe the same air, B.
Yo, he said they don't breathe the same air.
You know what's disappointing about that? Like, not even to take a shot at Chevy, because they definitely got some products I'm a fan of, right?
Yes. You
could do more, though. You can do more.
Well, it's funny that you say we could do more, because now we also have, and this is going to finish our tech talk. It looks like the Suzuki Cappuccino is going to be making a battle for the Miata as the best roadster. I told you. You was like,
no. You see how Toyota backed out of that one, though.
No, Toyota's building it.
They're building a Cappuccino, you saying?
Yeah, they're helping Suzuki build the Cappuccino.
They need help. They need help. That Miata is serious work.
Yo, I'm not going to say
it's serious work.
I'm not saying it's not. But at the same time, you got to respect the fact, again, that Toyota likes to get involved.
See, no, I give them credit for that. I like that. That's good. That's real good. But we got to call it what it is.
You got to call it what it is. Shout to my man, Jay. He said people really out here with Takata airbags with a seat. That is hilarious. So it looks like the Suzuki Cappuccino is going to be coming back to take on the Miata with Toyota's help. So my question is if it's going to be the same size as a key car.
I mean, the Cappuccino is
a key car.
Yeah.
Will it be sold here?
Chances are it won't be.
Chances are it won't.
So this is gonna be like a battle across the pond type of deal.
Well,
it ain't gonna be a battle here.
It looks like The renewed Suzuki Icon is reportedly expected on a similar timeline to its fraternal triplets. It arrives as foretold to be less power than the current 181 horsepower Mazda MX-5, but it looks like they're gonna be putting that 3-liter GR Corolla 1.3 in there boosted. That's crazy.
Wait, in the cappuccino?
Yeah. Now
I mean, they're gonna have to up the power. They're gonna have to, without a doubt. They're gonna have to up that power. Crazy.
Well, it's funny that you said up the power because something's going on with the GR86, right? It looks like they're gonna be turbocharging it.
See, but I don't know how I don't know how you feel about that.
I love it.
Why, bro? Everything is getting turbocharged.
You're not. Wait.
Going to the date. See,
all right, continue on because this
I
is
remember.
interesting. Let's go.
I remember there was a time, right, where barely anything was boosted.
You don't like turbo?
No. I never said that. That's not what I said. I said there was a time when everything was not boosted. Now you turn around, everything is boosted. You like, what happened to the NA? So you trying to say you're not a fan of the NA?
You're a funny guy.
You're not a fan of the NA no more.
Guy. I love it.
So this is what I'm saying. Like they ditching the NA platform, they going turbo. That's okay. We are always more for potential and all that hoopla.
Yes.
But what happens now? Now those NA 886s or FRSs, pardon me. We're gonna want those. We're gonna want the NA ones again.
Nah, I want that boosted one. Continue on.
Son, they already cured the torque curve. They upped the power on the NA. What more do you want? This guy.
That's what I want.
I hear you, man. It was just for me, everything is turbocharged now, and it took away that nostalgia. It took away the novelty now for turbos now because everything is boosted. You turn around, you got a Kia boosted. Why?
You like Kia though?
No, right? Kind of, right? You turn around, you got a freaking Mitsubishi truck boosted. Why?
Nah, hold up. Mitsubishi trucks been turbo.
All right, okay, give another one.
Them Cube trucks been boosted.
Cube trucks. No, I'm talking about like the Highlander. No, not the Highlander. Whatever the other one.
Oh, you mean real like SUV?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You turn around, you got Dodge Rams boosted. What? It's like everything is turbo. It's just like,
you know why they doing it? Because turbo reuses exhaust. So it's kind of like environmentally friendly.
No, they doing that and you're right, and it's for fuel mileage too or whatever like
right
that.
Until you tune it.
Exactly. And also a little cheaper. Now you can integrate the turbo into the head of the engine. You know what I'm saying? The whole manifold ordeal. You can do that. A little cheaper now, right? But still, man, I love an NA engine now, even more.
I mean, but at the end of the day, you really love it because it's not around. See, when it was a multitude of it, and at the end of the day,
it depends what
I'll
it
tell
was.
You this. When we used to go to the races, right?
Mm-hmm.
We go to the races, or even when you go to any of the drag strips or whatever, the NA cars, yeah, we watched them, we listened to them, man, they go way down the strip. Everybody was like, oh, it's turbos. When you hear, now you feel a different way. It's always gonna be like that. It's the same way.
I know, like you trying to tell me you would take a turbo GT3 Porsche?
All right, whoa.
No, this is what I'm getting at. You trying to tell you would take a turbo GT3 Porsche?
I'll take a GTR.
It already came turbo. That's a little different now. So you trying to tell me if you had a choice right now, you went and go grab a DC2 Integra Type R NA?
Over what?
None. Just
over the Type R I drive now?
No, not at all. Would you you just get one?
Yeah.
And boost it?
No.
This is what I mean though.
Those cars, no.
What? Those cars are what?
At the end of the day, the nostalgia with a Type R is just totally different.
How?
Because to me, there's just if a car comes NA, I'm not gonna turbocharge.
Yo, get the Supra if you're gonna get the new FRS. Get a Supra.
Oh, that's where
you might as well get a Supra.
I don't know. So I got it. So
I don't know. Son.
I look at it like this. At the end of the day, turbo in the 8.6 is great. Okay. I'm sorry because they are underpowered.
So they upped it to 230.
Oh, we moved by 230. Now we
absolutely.
But wait a minute.
So the car don't weigh nothing.
But wait a minute. You just told me that Corvette could do better, and they coming out with a twin turbo 8, and you're not impressed. See, hold on, man.
You know what it is?
He's moving the goalposts, y'all.
Nah, because what it comes down to is they finally got the recipe right for the
for 8.6
for the 8.6.
And now you think
they fixed it.
They disturbing the force by adding.
Now they're gonna have to scrap the whole project. And on top of that, they leaving Subaru behind for this one too. They're not getting with Subaru with the turbo.
Because Subaru ain't selling the car no more. I mean, not that they're not selling. And I don't know if this is a marketing thing. I don't know if this is availability thing, but they're not selling. They compared the monthly sales to the Subaru BRZ, and it's ridiculous. It's like they only sold 220 of them in 1 month, where Toyota done sold how many FRS? You know what I'm saying? 86s. They done sold a lot of them. So it's like, you can't be mad at them for that. Shout to Reeves. He said, boost. That's what it is, bro.
No, I'm not. I never said I'm against Boost, though. Never once said that.
Let's make
never
that
once
clear.
Said
right?
that. Never said I'm against Boost. However, though, some things could be left NA, son. It's a fact.
I hear you. And not for nothing, that's one of the things I always said about Honda. When you turbo them, you have issues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't come turbo. So now when you do turbo a Honda engine, expect to run into problems. But now that they've built a turbo engine,
it's a little different now.
Right.
Factory, 100%.
So that's my thing, is if it comes turbo, it's turbo. Because they turbo the 8.6, I gotta respect it, because the biggest complaint on them was they're underpowered.
Not the new ones. That was the old ones.
That was the old ones.
The new ones now up 230, torque is up.
This is what I'm saying. The
weight is still neutral.
All of that
balance is crazy.
That's good and all of that. But at the end of the day, you want more power.
What they gonna do? But they gonna crank it to 250? They ain't cranking it to 300.
Why not? Why not?
So they crank it to 300. Well, then again,
people gonna be in the wall.
First of all, people gonna be in the wall, and the Super's already gone, so they might as well at this point. You're right. Crank it to 300.
Come on, you might listen. This is one of the reasons why the Super had a problem existing.
I was just saying that this morning, man. The Super always was plagued.
Yes,
always was plagued, son. 100% plagued.
At the end of the day, you got to look at it and say to yourself, well, look, what does Toyota really want to do? Obviously, one of them cars got to go, and the Super's not selling because all of these Toyota heads feel like, you know what? Because it's part BMW, I don't want it. The the 8.6 is full Toyota outside of the engine that's in there now, the Boxer 4 that they share with Super.
This is what so why is that cool?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that question. Only these Toyota guys can do that.
I'm telling you, son, like the car culture is so skewed, bro. It's just not even funny. Like,
it's not skewed. You know what it is?
No.
We want what we can't have, and that's what makes us car guys because we end up turning our cars into what we want. And a lot of people don't want the NA 8.6. They don't want it. They wanted turbo. So now that they sell a turbo, guess what? People are like, I want the NA one. That's how we are.
Because that's another thing, man. It's a lot of NA sports cars not really here no more.
Oh, that's a fact.
So that's what I mean. It's like, exactly, you could shoot them off right now. It's like, dang.
Continue on.
See what I'm saying? But that's what I mean. Like, you can name them all day, and it's like, damn, another one gone.
It's a fact. Shout out to Camacho. Went to look at the 24 Grand Highlander, opened the hood, and the motor is half the size of the V6. You can have an extra trunk under the hood. Everything is boosted. He's right. Shout to Miller. He said, what is NA? NA is naturally aspirated, meaning that there's no other force. It's just moving just off the engine itself. No turbo, no supercharger.
You know another thing I like about NAs? They sound real agriculture. I like those.
What?
Agricultural machines, like
agricultural?
Yeah, like they sound real like
livestock.
Yeah. Like they'll shut up for you at any given moment. I like that.
The choppy.
I'm telling you, son. Like, I'm telling you.
But you know what though? That was Corvette's lane. That was the fact that they made it 8 naturally aspirated that people wanted, and it was manual. I believe that now that they knocked down those manual sales, they're gonna get people who don't drive that can afford it, and it's a bad thing. But it is what it is.
You know what? Corvette, Chevy, GM, they hit peak Corvette a long time ago. It's done.
ZR1 peak. Boop.
I'm talking about the year, like
17. Boop.
Oh, you think that was the
best
peak one?
That was it. After that, it's been a wrap.
I don't know.
The Stingrays. That Corvette C7 Stingrays, yes.
I think peak vet was the C6 vet.
C6 Z06?
C6 ZR1. That was peak, son. I think that was peak. I think they turned this one. See, you see what happens, right? They turn them into. Okay, let's be real, right? They try to chase down Porsche. I get it.
Yes.
Give it the arrow bits, do all that crazy stuff, but you took away what the vet was, though. See, like, that's my problem. Like, don't get me wrong, the 17-1, you're right. If you really want to call it what it is, that is definitely peak 0-1. Bet.
No.
But that C6
I believe you.
was like, it was dirty.
Even the C6 ZR1. Nah, you're right. Because if that was the peak, then the C7 body was it falling down. C8 is on the floor.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
All right, I got you.
And then think about, remember with the C6, the Z01 was a 7-liter.
Oh,
Peak. I'm telling you, like that C6 body style.
They don't make them.
How they say they don't make them like they used to?
Saint your daddy's your daddy's Corvettes. That's what it is. World is changing. Only thing we could do is reminisce on them legends, man.
Damn.
Unless they build another, they're not. And you know why? Because the car guys don't outnumber the people who buy Econo boxes. So with that being said, we're gonna move right on. We had so much more show for y'all. Looks like we reached the end of the show though, almost.
Yeah, it's a fact.
We got a couple of the things though. Shout to Reeps. He said all cars are coming out with a lot of power. Smartest thing ever to boost the FRS. It was getting left behind. He's right. At the end of the day, the nostalgia and all of that, at the end of the day, you give them a stock turbo. Now, and what are we going to do? The first thing we're going to do, add another turbo. Or not add another, get a bigger turbo.
Yeah, up the boost and stuff. But my thing is, though.
Is it direct injection?
Yeah.
Oh, see? Now, there you go. You don't need no...
What?
When you go direct injection like that, fuel used to always be an issue. Like sometimes your fuel delivery was an issue, but now with these direct injections,
yeah, it's a little different. It's more efficient than port injected or multi-point. But
yes,
my thing is though, we could barely keep the NA. I keep getting the name wrong. We could barely keep that GR86 around NA. We going to the track, blowing it up, and we blaming Toyota.
I know.
We gonna strap a turbo to it?
Yo, son, I know. And that's what I'm saying.
We gonna strap a turbo to it.
We kill them all the time. Shout to my guy Chroma, aka Donnell Chroma.
Let's go.
Don't forget, check out. Yo, he is a fantastic singer.
Let's go.
Check out his page. You see him right here with us right here. He's right there in the comments. Check out his page, man. Fantastic singer, songwriter. Check him out when you get a chance.
Let's go. Factory.
But with that being said, strapping the turbo to it, they could be in trouble, man. That's what it is. It's what it is. I will say this, however, though, right? When it comes down to autos now,
yeah,
I'd rather them be boosted than be gone.
Man.
And that's
you're right though. If that's what it is, then sure, turbo the hell about it. Put 3 on it. I like it.
I'm telling you. Shout to my guy, Kroger. Shout to my guy. I will say this. Right?
Yeah.
When it comes down to like a lot of the different, like let's say this GR86, right? Obviously, they're gonna be borrowing the engine from the GR Corolla. Haven't said it.
Oh, you think they're gonna go that route?
But I think they're gonna go to 1.3 with the big turbo. And
I mean, because you're right, because if they did Subaru, that means that flat 4 is going too.
Exactly. So if that's the case, right? You don't think that the small, because what the motor in there now, the engine in there is 2.4 liter, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna go down a whole nother, like a whole liter, 1.3 with a turbo, may even balance the car out with the power because it's a lighter engine. And what engine do we know that's 1.3 with a car is actually 50-50 weight distribution and it's rear wheel drive?
Super.
RX-7, bro. It's just yo, son. With that being said, we gonna move your.
I was being silly. I know. Yeah. That's a fact.
He tried to get me to cop to the Super. But the RX-7, 1.3 liter turbo, 50-50 weight. See, don't think that Toyota is not thinking.
But wait though, another problem. The RX-7 was phenomenal, but it failed. It failed.
It was what? They did the same thing that Toyota did to the Supra. Too much research and development. They spent so much money on the research and development, and people don't respect it. Listen, we've had the same problem. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We talking some real cars over there. You know, it's how we get down. We got more show to go. But with that being said, we could think about the past that Toyota had when it came to R&D. Especially when it comes to the Lexus LS400.
Sheesh.
When you look at how much money they spent just to launch the Lexus brand.
Yo.
They probably still didn't recoup that money, but they do have a brand.
Son, they spent $4 million on the engine development, son.
Alone. Not alone. Not on top of that they sent 50 of them to Alaska, 50 of them to connect to Canada to see how they handle winter. Redevelop their traction control system for a V8 rear wheel.
Yo, son. See, but man, son.
Toyota is known. Supra. They did the same thing. How much did they spend?
Yo, they spent a grip on the Supras.
You think Mazda didn't? You think
Absolutely.
You think Nissan didn't with the GTR? They actually bought a Porsche 959
Yeah,
to
son.
look at the all-wheel drive system.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? They did that, and they still couldn't beat out Porsche's all-wheel drive system. Huh?
Well, listen.
They couldn't do it.
How they say? They say, what do they say? They say mimicking is the ultimate flattery, or like,
Yeah. That sounds.
I mean, at the end of
almost
the day,
right.
it is. I know it's an almost, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you cannot front on them. They tried.
Nah,
And
you
we're talking
right,
about
though.
a brand they're not making as much money as Porsche on the car.
It's true.
How many Econo boxes they come out with that they got to sell in order
That's
to
true.
do R&D on the GTR?
Nah, you right.
Toyota too.
You right.
Toyota sells cars to everyone.
That's true.
One of the reasons why I love that brand is because at the end of the day, they don't just have a sports car. They don't just have Econo boxes.
Which they shouldn't.
Right. They don't also just have SUV. They don't also have trucks. They have everything. They even have a full EV that look like a RAV4 if you down for that.
If you game, you
may
can
not
get
like
one.
that though. But it is what it is.
Nah, you got a point though, kid.
So you got to say to yourself at this point, if Mazda or if Toyota is going to help the Suzuki Cappuccino, it's going to be good.
It is going to be good, but
It's
that
gonna be
goes
good.
to show you though that Miata is a lot more than what we think, son.
Oh,
when you got a collab, to take on one who's doing it from the dirt. I say that because Mazda's I always looked at Mazda as one of those brands, manufacturers really out there putting in pain, and people seem to not quite understand what they're doing.
Oh, no.
But they don't stop.
But the thing is, right? Everybody who's a car guy knows that.
No, they don't.
Nah,
I don't think so.
we know it, but we also live to see cars be dethroned. It's what it is.
That's true.
It's what it is. We live to see that.
Man,
we live to see who's gonna dethrone the vet.
Man, that RX-8 was fire, son.
All right, with that being said,
shout out to Jay. Let's go. I see. This is what I'm saying, son. That RX-8 was fire, son.
With that being said, we are definitely. This is Jay Walker. It's the new one. It's my new name. The bandit one, aka the Jay Walker. But with that being said, man, shout out to everybody who tuned in, paying attention. You already know what it is. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. And it looks like we wanted to get into the driver's etiquette a little bit. If you feel like sticking around, let us know. Let's jump into it just a little bit. I just hate leaving topics on the table, but
driver's etiquette. Because sometimes you got to get this off your chest.
That's a fact.
Let's go. So with that being said, man, and Reap said it was 7 liters. He said it was not 7 liters. It was a 6.2.
No, it wasn't. That Z06 from the C6 was a 7 liter. Ooh. 7 liter.
Sound like war.
7. Go double check. Reap telling you, go check it out. 7.
War. But with that
sound like Caesar from Planet of the Apes.
No. Let me yell at him. No. He said, let me borrow a couple dollars till Tuesday.
Yo, that shit was bad funny. Yeah, he looked at a man shocked, like, what did he say? Like, it was crazy. It was crazy.
I love the way they play that.
I'm telling you.
But with that being said, we're going to talk in driver's etiquette a little bit. So much work, so little time.
Let's go.
Do you suffer from that?
Absolutely.
I do as well.
Absolutely.
So much work. There's so many things that, like, especially when it comes to these autos, man. I got the Type R, the CRX. We actually rebuilding the Infinity to make it back roadworthy again because she's been off the road for a little while and she's upset. She's upset with me, man.
I could imagine.
She mad at me.
I could imagine.
But one of the things, also one of the reasons I stopped driving it is because at the end of the day, she's also part of that Takata airbag recall. I got the letter.
Fam, rip out the airbags, huh?
Yo, just let them rock.
Son, let it go.
But I mean, at the end of the day, they said I could take it to the dealership for free. And I'm going to film it because I think a lot of people think that this is a tough thing to do. They think that, when they get it to the dealership, no. They are supposed to replace the airbags.
Off the arm. It don't matter.
Off the arm.
So I would do it and just definitely see what the process is like, 100%.
Right. I got the letter in the mail. It was letting me know that my VIN number came up as one of the cars with the Takata airbag situation. So that's another reason why I put it down. Whoa, hold up.
Yeah.
Because she does have 150,000 miles.
Okay, that's light though.
Light work because she could definitely do more. It's not like the car is suffering, but at the end of the day, I want to handle that. I want to make sure that that's done so that, God forbid, I'm not sitting at a red light chilling, playing my music, and the bass just happened to set off the airbag.
Yeah, word. Nah, that's true. So
I got inflators in the neck, and I'm just
got shrapnel in his quadruplex.
You know what I'm saying? But stupid. I will say this, however, a lot of work to do. CRX mainly.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of work to do over there. So little time. I find myself, everybody knows we do rally radio here on Saturdays at 12 noon, but they don't know what goes into doing this show. I mean, it may seem like we get up here and we freestyle, but we are actually preparing for the whole week.
Factory.
Just to bring this one show to you. So that does eat a lot of my time. I have a family. I got a home. I am Clark Kent during the day. You know, I always rip the shirt off and I'm super bearded one, aka the Super Jaywalker. You know what I'm saying?
Jaywalker.
That's my new name. So I'm running with it. The Jaywalker.
Do it.
The Jaywalker, son.
Telling you, son, you ain't lying, B.
But with that being said, you know, shout to my guys, man. They actually challenged me last couple shows. Last time we've been seeing them. Yo, with the CRX, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? I take that challenge. Because at the end of the day, you know what? It definitely has been a long time, one. But two, I really, really be trying to find the time. Yo, I find myself doing a lot of things. And then when I turn around and look at the time, I'm like, damn, man, I got to go to bed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sleep. I got to get up tomorrow. And you know what? That's the thing about owning multiple vehicles that I've learned. When you own, it's like, I don't know. It's like having multiple children. I don't know how people have like 10 children or like 5,
6.
Children. It's like when you look at that, right? It's like you got to be tapped into all of their personalities, what's going on in their lives. It is not an easy thing.
Nah, it's not. But I think even, you know, with all the things that's going on, that's why you gotta really situate and mitigate your time as best as you can. You know what I'm saying? So again, this day could be the fam. This day could be the house. Let me get to the autos this day, though.
Yes.
This is auto day.
Yes.
I need this auto day. Little hen dog is son. This auto day, though. That's
dog.
That's it. This is auto day. So, and not for none, me and the bid one kind of came up with that one day. Like, nah, we could do all of that other stuff, but this day is auto day, though.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Roof falling off. I'm sorry, this is auto day. No, I'm joking. Take care of the roof. But still, this is auto day.
Ain't mean the roof of your house.
Yeah, that's a fact.
If it's the car, it's too late. Let it go.
That's it. But you're right, though, man. Like, it's a lot of things going on. A lot of things going on.
I say that to say, because we're going to keep it moving. I say that to say, right? Find time.
Factory.
I really got to find time. And you know what? That means the 9 to 5, maybe I'll take a couple days off just for the CRX.
Ooh.
Maybe I could take a couple days off just for the family.
Fact.
But at the end of the day, if I got to look at anything in my life that could change, the one thing that I wish I could do to add more time to my life would be that JOB, bro. I love my job. I love what I do. I love getting paid.
Yeah.
Let's rewind.
Above all.
I love getting paid.
Above all.
I love getting paid. You know what I'm saying? But if it's times where I'm like, man, like I really see what they mean about doing things when you're young versus doing them when you get to a certain point in your life, because there are many more things that will take precedent over what I want to do. They do. My family being happy means more to me and will come before anything that I want to do. It's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's A1.
But what if in the middle of that, right? What if your family happiness is a part of your happiness? What do you do then?
Say it again.
What if your family's happiness is a part of your happiness? What do you do at that point? Like, what if them being happy is seeing you happy? What do you do then?
If them being happy is seeing me happy?
Yeah. Well, that's a part of it.
That's a win-win then. But it can never be that way. You know why?
Damn.
Because at the end of the day, they want to see you happy, but they also want to have their own. Their happiness is going to be 90% of that. And then they're like, okay, so now that I'm happy, 90%, you could go do what you want to do now. It's how it is as men. It's how it is as car guys, car girls. Everybody experience. If you have a family, you experience it that way. It's what it is. So now, as me, like I said, like the older I get, the more I'm like, this is why it should have been done a long time ago. You know what I mean? Because now it's supposed to be into the time where, you're buying a car and building on the platform, which is one of the reasons why I love the Type R.
Mm-hmm.
The platform itself, the way it is right now, I love the car, but you can always improve if you do it the right way. But I'm not starting from the ground up. It's not a full project. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that is where these things get crazy.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I will
agree.
say, right, we definitely have some other things we're looking at.
Factory.
We definitely have some other cars that we want to add. And we got so many things we want to do. Just bear with us is what I'm saying. Here at Rally Radio, Gutter Ball Rally, just bear with us. I know y'all like, come on. Bear with us. Trust me.
Factory.
Trust me. Shout to Reeves. See, I said, keep you honest. Bro, you got to get the CRX project going. Exactly.
Man.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's going to take time. Bear with us.
Factory. Absolutely, son.
It's on its way. It is definitely one of those things. Like I said, like we just got so even the content, even the things that we do.
Yeah, for sure.
Just bear with us though.
For sure.
Because it's on its way. With that being said, shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. You already know what it is, man. It's been one heck of a show. We about to get up out of here, man. We going pause long. But with that being said, man, shout to my guy Reeves. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. With that being said, we're going to move right along, man. You know how we get down our favorite segment of the show. You already know what it is.
Let's
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
All right, what you got for us today, kid?
So, for this legend, man, hope y'all enjoy it. And like I say, every legend is not without its faults, right?
Let's go.
So, what I have today is the first generation 2008 Audi S5.
Early.
Yo, there's a reason why I picked this car.
Let's go. What year would you say it was
2008.
Again? Oof. S5?
S5. So.
Continue on.
So, right. One of the things about this vehicle that makes it such a legend, right?
Yes.
And we know this, and this is another thing. This is also this time frame was, if you ask me, peak auto. They had a vision and they went after it.
Yes.
Yo, the joint came with a 4.2 liter V8 with a 6-speed manual. This is where Beamer was dropping the V8 in the M3.
Yes.
Benz dropped it in the C63. It was V8s outside, right?
Yes.
But what made this V8 in particular pretty cool is that it wasn't the same that came in at S4. It wasn't the same 4.2 because that one had it had a time and chain tensioner problem. They updated this one. This V8 actually came out of the RS4 or the R8.
Yes.
So that's what made it crazy. It's the same, sort of the same, but they just detuned it, right?
Okay.
With a couple updates. Another thing about this, what made it crazy, quad exhaust, right? Lower suspension, bigger brakes.
Yes.
Another thing else crazy too. You know how Audi had that LED running light thing, right?
Yes.
This car, you had to turn them on. I don't know. For me, I feel like that's a pretty cool cork. Like you had to turn it on in order for the LEDs to be on. They wasn't on all the time like daytime running lights. So that was kind of like one of the distinctions from this car. Like, oh damn, you had to do one of those.
Yes.
Something else that made this car crazy. Yo, this V8 made 354 horsepower, right?
Whew.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
It makes more power than the current S5.
Really?
Turbocharged V6. What are we doing?
Oh.
This was peak S5. I'm sorry, this is peak. And then you had the RS5, but we're not gonna get into that. That didn't come manual, right?
Okay.
But this one was crazy, son. And if a lot of people don't know this kind of started the whole, or I guess brought it back or more attention to the whole red leather interior thing was this S5. It was a trendsetter, son.
It was a trendsetter.
You know what made it crazy? It had a moonroof, right, y'all? But it didn't fully open, only tilted.
Only tilted
because the designer, which was an Italian designer,
yes,
he said it'll mess up the lines of the whip. So we're not even gonna open it fully.
Oh my goodness. So with that being said,
I'm telling you, man, it's S5. Let him go. Let him go.
Let him rip.
Real legends never die.
That auto right. Let me tell you something, son. The S4 I want to say before that.
Yeah.
That was what, the 04, 05?
That was the B5. B5 platform. B6 platform had the V8 in it too, but not the same one. But you're talking about the S4 from the B5 era, the 2.7 twin turbo joint.
Yes. I love that car.
And another thing about this S5 though, it was rear wheel drive bias, huh? So it gave it a way more sporty feel, huh?
Yes.
And it was a contender again. It smashed out that the 3 Series. It was supposed to be a contender for that.
Early.
Finished it.
I love it. Shout to
Come
SI
on,
Shawn
son.
again.
Legends of auto.
Peak
Real
S5,
legends never die.
Peak S5. So with that being said, y'all know we get down here. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We appreciate y'all early. You know, we got one more thing we're going to talk about here. And I find this actually crazy is that a lot of times when we do the understeer, right, we talk about people who do things with autos. This one in particular is not necessarily about what they did with the auto, but what they did in general. So with that being said, I hope y'all ready. Here we go.
It's the understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
So it looks like there was a drive-by in Pensacola, Florida. Oh, excuse me, Pensacola, Texas.
Yeah.
No. Pensacola, Florida, and it looks like they ran to Texas heading to Mexico. So let's get into this a little bit. 3 guys had a drive-by shooting that they pulled off in Florida, but it happened that the police actually walked up on the situation as it was going down. So it turned into a car chase. What do you think they did? What do you think they did? Turned into a car chase, and they in Florida. We're going to play the whole audio clip so you can hear for yourself. Let's go.
Shooting suspect missing after a chase that ended on the Highway 90 bridge has been arrested in Texas. All 3 suspects jumped from the bridge Monday. You've seen the video. Deputies stopped their car. One, Jacaris Etheridge, is now in jail. Another, Travion Moten, died from injuries sustained in the fall. I sat down with the sheriff today to get the full story.
I've been in law enforcement a long time. It's probably the first time that I recall an incident just like this. That's why we train.
Sheriff Chip Simmons says investigators didn't rule out any possibility on the whereabouts of Terrence Gross Jr. after Monday's high-speed pursuit through Escambia County, ending on Highway 90 near Scenic Highway. Video shows how the chase ended, with 3 men jumping over the bridge and into the Escambia Bay. K9 Streeter didn't hesitate to go after one of those men, believed to be Gross Jr. The sheriff says one suspect was found dead in the water.
All right, we're going to stop it right there. The fact that you do a shooting, right? You do a shooting, a drive-by shooting. You get chased by the police. You stop on the bridge, and all 3 of y'all get out and jump into the river. One of them dies on impact. The other one they find down the river. And this next one almost made it to Mexico because his father was driving. But you know why we giving them the understeer, y'all? Y'all ready for this? You know why I'm giving them the understeer?
What is that?
Because they thought they was getting away in a Hyundai, a 1998 Hyundai Elantra.
Stop it, son.
And for that,
stop.
And for that, the bearded one, aka the Jaywalker, gotta give him.
It's the understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
Hold on.
Listen. If you out here committing crimes, stop thinking you getting away with the Hyundai Elantra, the 98 one.
Yo, son. 100 to the wheels? Drink got 100, 90 to 100 to the wheel, 130 to the crank. Are you serious?
They thought they was getting away. They had it. But for that,
they probably had it pinned.
Yo, they had the throttle all the way to the floor. It was like, man, ain't going nowhere. And if you look at the video, they jumping over the dirt, middle, everything, and they just realized they wasn't getting away. The cop crashed into the car. All 3 of them just got out and jumped over the bridge. You gotta be kidding me, son.
It's the understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
You know what's so wild about it? They turned around, did a drive-by, and they all nearly died behind it.
Yo.
Not even from a shooting, nothing. Just like, yeah, I'm about to jump over this bridge.
Shout to Seneca. He said would have been better on a bicycle.
Nah, for real. Yo. I can't believe that was the vehicle of choice.
Yo, and it was white. I don't get it. It's like, why you want to use a white Hyundai Elantra as your getaway? And that just goes to show, this is why we get people to understand, because you obviously didn't think that one through. But
thought process was on like -2.
-2. With that being said, shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We appreciate everybody who tuned in, who rocked with us. You already know what it is. Shout to my guy Chroma, aka Darnell Chroma. Don't forget, check him out. One of the greatest R&B artists we got going on out here. He's definitely he has a couple songs that I really like. Check him out. Don't forget, his name is right there at the bottom. You can check him out right there. Find his Facebook, his Instagram. Check him out. He's definitely on TikTok as well with a lot of music. Shout to my guy Seneca. He tuned in early. Let's go. Shout to my guy Sales. Shout to Jessica Grandy. Shout to Reeps. Shout to Miller.
Let's go.
NYC. Shout to Marlon. Shout to Camacho.
Let's go.
Shout to everybody who tuned in. Mr. 2J. Shy Jr. You already know what it is. Shout to Clarence Alexander. Anthony Green. He's shouting everybody out. We appreciate all of y'all for tuning in to the show this morning. And with that being said, you got any shout outs you want to give, kid?
Man, again, man, Beta One. I couldn't have said any better. Shout out to everybody I've been rocking with us. That's a fact. And not for nothing else, stay cool out there. And, you know, enjoy the autos.
And don't forget, keep it safe out there, man. A lot of Looney Tune stuff going on out there. Yo, they in LA is turning into GTA.
Son.
Guy had a Shelby Cobra 427 that had actually broke down. And in the midst of him trying to fix it, dudes hopped out, pulled pistols on him, stole a $100,000 watch. Couldn't get away from the police. Guess what they was driving?
No.
You know what? We're going to leave that alone because y'all got to do a better choice of getaway car. Stop with the BS. You got to, the gun costs more than the car. Damn. I don't understand it. But I guess why they out there snatching $100,000 watches, right?
Yeah, you got a point. They trying to up their game.
You're trying to up their game. But with that being said,
not for nothing, one last thing. Try not to have morals as an alley cat. Dude, you gotta do better out here. Son.
He said morals of an alley. Yo, bro, you and yo. He said he has the morals of an alley cat. Oh man, but with that being said. Until next week.
Yes, sir.
We
are
out.
Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tunes. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.